Welcome to 4th&1. Well, I always got it done. Bringing facts by the time before the rising of the sun. But this ain't me in the shotgun. It's me in front of your TV having a whole lot of fun. Peggy!
What's happening, bud?
It's day 3, man.
Yes, sirski.
Who we got today, Peg?
Man, we got a special guest. We got a real special guest.
Yes, sir.
HBCU grad.
No, he ain't.
Bro, the biggest personality on TV.
Not the biggest, Peggy.
And Mr. First Take himself, Stephen A. Smith. How you doing, brother?
What's going on, y'all? What's up, babe? What's up, big boy? How you doing, man?
Ooh, I couldn't wait.
Yeah, that's right. Neither could I. I'm here. I'm here.
You know, hey, listen, like I just gave you that analogy.
Yeah.
You know, you mainstream.
Okay.
A good mainstream. You know what I'm saying? You done got it to that point. I mean, I've seen your evolution keep evolving to the test of time. But you Madison Square Garden.
Always.
I got to bring you to the Rucker.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? Like
I think I'm both, but I think I'm both.
You see my analogy.
I got you.
You know, I'm gutter with it. You know what I'm saying? We're going to have fun, real good content. And I would say to you, Mr. Steven, you're a definite game changer in this space.
Appreciate that, man. Coming from you. Yeah.
No, like, for real, because being a strong black man, being able to defy all odds and bring value to a network that if you remove him, you can't replace him.
Yeah, that's fact.
That type of impact.
Right.
Come on now.
I mean, to me, you're supposed to be making an impact, especially in the world of sports. I mean, think about this for a second here. We sit on a perch, we sit in a chair where we get to hold people like yourself and others accountable for something we never did.
Yes, sir.
We were never good enough to do. But we're sitting in a chair and we're casting judgment on you based off of what you do. And so for me, what I try to do in terms of being that game changer is being somebody. It's not just about the flavor, and it's not just about it being tinged with the level of substance that I need to have, but the perspective that you can bring to an athlete and stand before him when the cameras are off, when the microphones ain't around, and you sit there and you talk to them man to man, and you like, this is how I came to this conclusion.
Yes.
Here is why.
Yes.
And I think that a lot of times when you have a lot of people in our line of work, the absence of respect that we garner is because that last part is missing. So you want to talk, but you don't want to go to the game.
Yeah.
You want to talk, but you don't want to go in the locker room. You want to talk, but when that brother want to come up to you and approach you man to man, face to face, you don't want that smoke.
Yeah.
Well, you're supposed to want that smoke because you're giving it.
Yes, sir.
And if you're giving the smoke, you're supposed to be willing to stand up there in the heat of the smoke coming in your direction and either fend for yourself or be man enough to say you got a point.
Yeah.
I see where you coming from. My bad, and then correct it. And so that's what I've always tried to do. And the thing about it for me, I've never been shy about saying what I feel, particularly when I'm talking to athletes, because the intel that I get comes from them.
Yes, sir.
I'm not one of those guys that I'm reading something, I'm watching something, I think I know. No. I was the dude in the locker room talking to you face to face and getting the intel and getting the perspective. So when they would come to me, I'd be like, you don't remember what you said to me 2 months ago?
Yeah.
You don't remember what you said to me 6 months ago? You don't remember what your teammate said? You don't remember what your coach said?
Right.
I ain't make it up.
Right.
And when you have that kind of conversation and they see that's the perspective that it comes from, I think it warrants a level of respect because they know there's true dialogue.
But how do you fight this balance, though, Stephen
Sure.
A? For years, right, there's been a stigma where you compare different versus a certain dynamic.
Okay.
You know, like when you are grandfathered in, when you are believed to be one of us, right? It's almost like that could be in some ways like, bro, I thought Stephen A was my guy.
Right.
How can he turn on me?
Right.
You know, and I see a dynamic with a lot of players, and they will remain nameless. But for you knowing that, it's like, yo, you will judge Cam this way, but you won't judge A-Rod.
Well, I will say this to you. I take each and every situation into consideration, and not only that, I judge you according to history and according to what the expectation was for you coming into a situation. But I want to go a bit deeper because I think it's important to go a bit deeper with what you're alluding to right now. If I sit up there and I'm talking to you, like you said, you got people ahead. Listen, I'm Stephen A. I know there's a lot of cats out there that can't stand my ass.
Right.
They might hate me. And when I give a damn, I will let you know, because I don't. And here's the reason I don't care. And here's the reason I don't care. because I swear to you on my soul, I know I'm fair. I know I'm human. I know I'm not getting personal.
Right.
And I know that what I do, I can look you in your face and tell you why. We got brothers, we got sisters, we got family members, we got loved ones. You trying to tell me you never look somebody in the face and go like this, you messed up, man.
Yeah.
Here's why you messed up.
Yeah.
Now, how do we fix it?
Yeah.
They're getting mad at me for saying you messed up.
It's too much emotions.
And they're not thinking about the fact that I'm the same dude there that's going like this. Now that I told you what you did wrong, let's talk about how to make it right, because I'm going to help you do it.
For sure.
So it's like, in the course of doing my job, I have to be objective in what I disseminate about the facts that everyone is aware of.
For sure.
But beyond that, I'm your brother.
Yeah.
So I might see Cam and I might be there, yo, Cam. And the world thinks it's stupid, and it might have been obvious that something was stupid. But that's your actions, not you.
Yeah.
That's that particular act. That was stupid. That was wrong. I have to say that. But there's so much more to you than that, and I'm here to help.
Right.
So what can we do to help you? If you're one of those brothers that you all caught up in your emotions, and you don't give me the opportunity to help you make it better, then that means you were looking for an excuse to hate anyway.
For sure.
Go live with yourself.
For sure.
Because I'm not going to do that, because I'm telling you, I've been in this business for 30 years.
Soda flex.
I will challenge any athlete that I have ever covered in my 30-year career to say, Stephen A. wanted me to fail. Stephen A. was wishing for me to fail. Stephen A. was there hoping that I fell on my face and that, now don't get me wrong, you're a Cowboy. That's different. Because of them damn Cowboy fans. It's not because of the players, it's because of them damn fans. And if you're going against my Knicks, I'm going to be rooting against you.
For sure.
You're going against my Yankees, but that's all in fun. But on a serious level, I have never rooted against somebody, and there is no athlete that could ever come before you or anybody else and say, I reached out to Stephen A. and I wanted his help, and he rejected it. It has never happened. So if I know that about me, and you just want to hate on me, you got to live with that.
Let me ask you this, though, as we transition this thing. Give us the behind the scenes on how, or what was the notion given in place when you found out Shannon was available? And what was that conversation like? Because when I seen that happen.
Are you ready for this?
No, I'm like,
you ready for this?
I was like, it was only right.
Nobody's asked me that question.
Come on now.
I give you props for asking it. Shannon didn't even know he was unavailable before I did.
Hold on, say that one more time for the people in the back.
Shannon didn't even know he was unavailable before.
For the people
I
in the
did.
back.
But unavailable like what,
Let
though?
me express. If you remember, and I'm only answering the question because you asked.
Yes, sir.
If you remember, him and Skip got into
That-
it about the whole Brady thing,
That.
right? And Shannon has sort of lost it. Shannon and I knew each other, but we were never like tight or anything. We knew each other, had respect for each other. And he texted me one day and he was like, when everybody else don't know, I know. You've never spoken against me. You've always been a supporter of mine, and I want you to know I appreciate that. And then one day he called me because of how stressful life was where he was. And he knew that I knew Skip, and I knew all of that. And he was like, how can I handle this? How can I make this better? I said, do you. You're a 3-time Super Bowl champion. You're a Hall of Famer. Make no mistake. We respect you. Don't give a damn what nobody say. Don't worry about that. And he was cool from that point forward. Then he fast forward, and then the whole thing with Damar Hamlin came back, right? And he was off the air that day. And then he came back on the air that day, and he was like trying to say something, and Skip wouldn't let him finish his monologue. And when I saw that, I called him. It's over. He's like, what? I said, you won't be back. I said, ain't no inside information. Nothing like that. I'm not betraying anybody's trust or nothing. I know that man. I don't give a damn what anybody says. I don't give a damn what
actions. You're not going on words. Can't nobody tell you nothing.
I know him.
Yes.
Just, I know him.
Yes.
So I like, there is no way on earth that happened and you'll be back. It will not happen. You understand? And I said, I want you to know when it happens, not if. I said, I got you. You ain't gonna do that. Why did I say that? In 2009, ESPN let me go. Contract dispute. And they wrote me off, bro. They said my career was over. And nobody, there wasn't a Stephen A. Smith. And when I say me, I'm not talking about
You're
the
talking
Star.
about us.
I'm not talking about the Star. I'm not even talking about us.
Yeah.
I'm the executive producer of First Take.
No.
Not just the host.
Say that
So
again.
I'm the executive producer of the show.
I did not know that.
And so because of it, over the last 2 years, 2 years ago, I was named the executive producer. So the point is, there was nobody in that position in 2009, in that position as a brother to do it.
Us.
I said, I can't guarantee you what they're going to do because I don't get to make that call.
Yeah.
But I have some say, and I'm telling you, they're going to know I want you on this show. And I don't give a damn about your star power. I don't give a damn about you 3-time Super Bowl champion, your Hall of Fame, whatever. Iron sharpens iron. I believe I'm the best at what I do.
For sure.
I'm not worried about competition, but more importantly, I don't view my teammates as competition. When I work with you, I'm trying to get you paid too. I want you to excel.
I can't say that.
Right.
It's a healthy competition.
Sure. That's
Because
what I mean.
I'll say this too. You on TV,
Right.
and when there was a Stephen A. and Skip,
Right.
that was entertainment, similar to Jerry Springer, similar to the Oprah. Like we looked at that, like okay, I'm ready.
That
like
back to
ding,
back.
ding, ding.
Yep.
Yes.
Come out
Then-
swinging. Yeah.
Yes.
Skip and Shannon had that run, right?
Not like us, but I got you.
I hear it. So you need a counterpart that's going to bring out a version of you that is always saying like, you know, I stumped you today. It's that healthy dynamic that when it's not a lot of times going back to game changers on TV that we've seen.
But I'm not refuting what you're saying.
Yes, sir.
In theory and in practicality with most people. I'm saying his situation was different because I knew what the industry was going to do to him.
Right.
And what they were going to do to him was what they tried to do to me. And I couldn't let that happen to that brother. I just couldn't. I didn't know him that well, but I'm like, nah, he's a talent. I respect the hell out of him. I respect his work ethic and his accomplishment. I have never heard nor seen of Shannon Sharpe bothering anybody. And I said, I'm not going to let this brother be assed out, unemployed,
in
off
the cold.
television, in the cold. And I know he got Club Shay Shay, and he's going to do big things with that and all this other stuff. But if you walk off linear television and you don't have a linear television arm at that moment in time, because of how he departed, I thought he could have been squashed. And I said, I'm not letting that happen to him. I said, I don't give a damn what it is. I mean, listen, at the end of the day, I'm 56 years old. You know, I've accomplished a lot, man.
Yes, sir.
At the end of the day, if I don't have people to look at and say, Stephen A. reached back to help me, what have I really accomplished?
No, for sure.
If all I'm doing is accomplishing something for myself, as far as I'm concerned, I'm not really doing shit. And so for me, it was just, I said I couldn't accept it. And I said, I got him. So I went to the honchos. And I said, I want him. They're like, you sure? I said, yes, I want him. I said, I got Ryan Clark, I got Swagoo, Marcus Spears, I got all of these folks. I said, I'll fit them into the rotation on First Take. Every single person that contributes to the show has been handpicked by me.
No.
I said, I want this man. Bring him on. You know, and so when you see players come on, like you coming on today.
Yes, sir.
You just come on. Stephen A., can we have Cam Newton? Yes. Stephen A., can
So
you have Ocho Cinco?
Yes. you the gatekeeper. You
I am.
You the dean.
For First Take, yes.
Let me tell you this.
Sure.
And
Now don't get me wrong, there come to
no.
For the most part,
No.
yes.
You the OG,
That's
right?
what they call me.
You the trailblazer, right? But I'll say I have not seen Stephen A. Smith in this dynamic like I've seen him, and I appreciate this Stephen A. today because it's unfiltered.
Right.
You on your own podcast, right? You on your own show. Now we're able to weave through the professional Stephen A. Like now it's like we seeing the New York, the boogie down Bronx.
Here's what I would say to you.
Stephen A.
Here's what I would say to you though. If I had to send a message to somebody like yourself
Yes, sir.
and others, I really, really want to hear this. And I don't give a damn what appointment I got. It's too important what I'm about to say. I'm going to stay here to say this.
Don't break it down, bro.
Please understand if everybody was you, you wouldn't be special. You could rock the hat. You could rock the dreads. You could wear whatever outfit. Cam Newton, bro. You former #1 overall pick, former league MVP. Most people ain't you. Why am I corporate? Because I'm not thinking about me. I'm thinking about us. 99% of the people out there got to go corporate.
Yeah.
There's no way around it. You don't have to. Shannon might not have to. There's a whole bunch of people, but 99%, you got producers here. They producers. They ain't just your boys.
Yeah.
You got people that are editors and contributors. They ain't just your boys.
Yes,
they
sir.
got a job to do. And then when you go home, because you Cam Newton and you could do that, they got to go and market and promote your franchise. And they got to do it to corporate. You can talk about the streaming world all you want to, and it's legit. It's still corporate.
Yes, sir.
YouTube is a corporate entity.
Yes, sir.
Netflix is a corporate entity.
Yes, sir.
Hulu, Disney, Amazon, Apple. These are corporate entities. How do I know? Because I've been dealing with them.
Yes, sir.
And so what happens is that when I look at my podcast and stuff, I'm like this. Yeah, that's I'm that brother.
Yeah.
You damn right. But I'm also that brother that knows how to get corporate, because 99% of the people you run across are the ones coming up to me asking for my advice because they knew they couldn't be you.
Yes.
Me saying that, me looking the way that I look is saying, you can be me.
So,
you can be me.
To that point,
Right.
everything you said is the gospel, right?
Okay.
But what I will tell you is this. I say this analogy, and then when you hear it, you will get it.
Sure.
We're living in a new age of how people receive content.
That's true.
I said that.
That's accurate.
And there was an evolution of Cam where I said to myself, the clean cut, the fade, the ball taper, da-da-da-da. At the end of the day, you're still who you are.
That's right.
I don't want to appease to the buckhead no more. I want to appease to the bankhead. And this is why. When you go back to where I'm from, in College Park, when you go back to some of the places in America right now, these kids only see the rappers dressed like this.
Right.
They see these people who have the pull dressed and act like this. So I'm saying, like, hold on. I got sons, I got daughters. And before I sit up here and tell them you can't get that job because your hair too long, you can't get that job because the way you or where you were from, there's the thing that you're saying. You don't have to lose yourself to become corporate. What I'm saying is now corporate is looking different now.
Right.
And we have that ability to impact and empower. So yes, we need Stephen A to be Stephen A, and we also need Cam Newton to be Cam Newton, because when I walk into places, everybody don't get that grace to be able to say, oh, that's Cam, that's just Cam.
Well,
Cam's the only person. But I'm doing that to be able to tell the little kid, Tay-Tay, OG from the hood, to say like, yo, bro, you don't gotta do that to be that.
Okay, but I have a response to that.
Yes, sir.
That's fair. That ain't even wrong. But I would challenge you on how complete that is. Here's why. You can say that. The same Cam Newton that could say, you don't have to be that in order to be successful in corporate America in this day and age, is the same Cam Newton capable of saying to them, sometimes you got to modify your game. Sometimes you got to adjust. Now, brother, I want you to do this, but please know, before I got to this point,
yes, sir,
I did this, this, and that.
Yes, sir.
You can't leave that out.
Yes, sir.
You got to tell them that.
Yes, sir.
And a lot of times we don't see these brothers reaching back to tell their brothers that part. And what I'm saying is, how are you doing them a service? Because as a dude that's been in corporate America for 30 years, I'm telling you right now, as I've watched the evolution, as I've watched the change, I still see executives who are making the final decisions that look a hell of a lot like the ones that was there 10 years ago, 15 years, 20 years ago. They got somebody in front of them providing cover that might look different. But damn it, the ones that's really making the decisions are the ones that look just like they used to. And they're the ones that saying, okay, well, I got a younger head that look like the modern day individual wants to look, right? Well, he making decisions about thousands of dollars. He's making decisions. I'm gonna give you a few $100,000. I'm gonna give you $500,000.
But who's making millions?
I give you a million, right? But when we talking 9 figures, when we talking billions and stuff, oh no. Those are the same people. And so I'm sitting there like, wait a minute, y'all.
Yeah.
Let's look at this big picture. When I'm talking to these athletes, all this stuff, I say, I don't know what the hell y'all talking to about the media. I ain't got no problem with y'all having y'all voice. I love it. I love it. A matter of fact, I tell Coach, you see me on television. I'm like, I'm right here. Where we at? You want to invite me? I'll come tell you to your face. Ain't nobody hot. Because I'm talking. I want you to know I'm talking to you. Yeah. I'm not talking to you to engage in condemnation. I'm tipping you off to the world I'm exposed to. I'm like, look, it's there. I'm giving you insight.
Yeah.
Because now I'm at a place where, guess what? I don't have to maneuver my way through that terrain.
You can be
now I
authentic.
can stomp.
Yeah.
I can come forward because I've done it.
Yeah.
So now I'm sitting there, I'm like, yo, this is what they're doing. Do you want it or not? And last point, I never tell somebody whether they're right or wrong according to my definition of what success is for them. If you tell me this is what you want, my judgment for or against you is based on what you said you wanted for you. My perfect example, there's a basketball writer in Chicago. His name is Scoop Jackson.
Okay.
Anybody that knows basketball knows Scoop
Scoop,
Jackson.
yeah.
He's a good brother, man. Love him to death, right? I'm a guy that don't mind being suited down. Grew up poor, had 2 outfits, whatever, struggling with my wardrobe. Once I could elevate my
That's
wardrobe.
painted
it's a
on you
big
right there with
deal.
the broad shoulders. I see that. I see what you did.
I told Scoop, I said, yo, there's a reason that contributes to me getting paid this money. Because of how I carry myself.
Yeah.
You like your baggy jeans, your hoodie, you don't want to do all that stuff. He said, Stephen A., this is me. This is how I want to be. I gave that brother a pound and a hug. I said, do you? Because he don't care about the money.
Yeah.
Right.
That's what he wanted to be. Now, the other dude want millions. He wanted a $10 million deal. He wanted a $20 million deal, right? And he's like, nah, I don't want to do that. Well, wait a minute. You said that's what you wanted. There's a different ball game.
Yeah.
So putting on a suit instead of wearing jeans and a hoodie ain't selling your soul.
No.
But you said you wanted something.
You got to
and
be
that's where the
aware.
judgment was.
You got to be aware. Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, listen. I mean, it was a bunch of here. Hey, help me out, Peg. Let me see what we got. Hey, in the world, we say, I'm going to give you your flowers. But in this case, Casa 1910 has provided me with the best in-class cigars. And instead of giving you your flowers, I'm going to give you your cigar.
Man, I'm taking it.
My man.
Don't take it.
Come on down to Fellowship, you know what I'm saying, where, you know, we got an exclusive alleyway for
Let me say
Stephen.
something real quick. Anytime I come to Atlanta, where do I stop?
Fellowship
You
ATL.
understand what I'm saying? I roll by the cigar bar.
Okay.
Yes, sir.
That's number one. Number two, you ever need me, holler.
Thank you.
Always here.
Before you leave here, we
Sure.
gotta end it the right way. Can you follow instructions? You give good instructions, but can you follow instructions?
I'll try.
Here we go.
I'll try, man.
One hand out. And when I say all together, we're gonna say one love. You right?
I'm ready.
Here we go. One finger, one pinky, one thumb, all together.
One love.
Stephen A.
Man, thank you so much. The man, the myth, the legend, Mr. Stephen A. Smith.
Peggy.
Whoa.
What just happened, bro?
Boy, that was a hell of an interview, man, with Stephen A. Smith, man. He blessed us.
No, I think what he's talking is just the evolution.
It's the
Like
evolution.
it's not denying where we are
Correct.
as media consumption.
Uh-huh.
You know what I'm saying? And I think really for him to be able to be aware of what's happening.
Exactly.
And I'm not saying like, bro, you walk in with dreads, you walk in with hats, you walk in with a ball fade, you walk in with jewelry, you walk in, you know what I'm saying, with a 3-piece suit, custom, whatever. I'm not saying those are the essential needs. What I am saying is be aware.
Uh-huh.
That's out of everything that he said that I said,
yeah.
it's just be aware.
Yeah.
Understand what you can and what you can't do.
Yeah.
My biggest turnoff for people, not a girl thing, not a guy thing, not in a business thing, not a just, bro, when you're not aware, it's like for my peer group, right?
Uh-huh.
It's the realest shit I'm about to say. You gotta know when you can say nigga and when you can't say nigga.
That's true. It ain't in every situation.
You see what I'm saying?
You can't
It's
just
like,
be dropping it everywhere.
Man, I had this example, right? And it was a strength conditioning coach when I was in University of Florida.
Okay.
And you know when you young and naive, like you just real high energy,
Yeah, just
like
everything. Yeah, you ain't got no.
Nigga, that
you ain't got no filter.
You know, you don't got no filter.
Yeah.
And coach came in, he said, hey bro, from a white man, let's keep your tone or your vernacular to a way that I can say what you're saying too.
Yeah, that's true.
So if you don't want me to say that,
then don't be saying
then
it
don't be.
around me like
And
that.
it hit him. It was like, yo, you know you can't, or you know I
can't say that.
But why you around executives talking about mine?
Yeah.
It's like, bro, where's your
Goof at, yeah.
Like, where's your understanding?
Yeah.
And or it's like, yo, bro.
And that
like,
don't mean you selling yourself out for you tailoring it.
No, dog, no. And that, as a whole, for me, is something where, like, bro, you have to be aware.
Yeah.
You know, I back in my early days of Funky Friday, I like to testament a lot of my growth because of you. You were the person in the back of the car, scrouched down.
Yeah,
and in one of those first episodes, I was talking about the core essence of friends that you must have.
Uh-huh.
You must have that professional friend.
Definitely.
You must have the friend that knows about the money. You the handy person, like he knows how to
game so much.
And also, you need that ratchet friend too.
Yeah.
But with that, all those friends must be aware to, or you must be aware to when to insert them and incorporate them. It's like, nah, this ain't no Cam type of thing.
And
this
it gotta be harmony.
I don't need Boogie, I need Cameron. Yeah. I don't need Cameron, I need Cam.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Or in some cases, or a lot of cases here recently, it's not even neither one of them. It's Daddy. You know what I'm saying? Like, you got to be able to, like, bloop, 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 and go through it, bro, in that type of realm.
But it was so crazy because even me sitting there watching you, I seen the evolution of Cam, like the low cut to the locks, and you finding what you want to do and who you are. Because that you see two sides. You see Cam Newton can go out and do it however you want to do it, where you are now. Stephen A. had to take another pathway, right?
Correct.
To get where he is.
The destination is still the same.
Exactly.
But, you know, it's not going off the beaten path.
Correct.
Because it don't matter if you stop. It don't matter if you turn right. It don't matter if you turn around. That GPS will always say recalibrating.
Yeah.
And it's going to load up and it's going to find you a different destination a different route to the destination. So,
man, they got some fan questions for us. A few of them. So it's Oscar says, how has the game changed from when you were as a rookie in the NFL, Cam?
It's the preparation. I think my year in 2011 was the last year, as they call it, two-a-days or double days in training camp, right? So that was, I remember my first rookie year, I left and I didn't have access to people for 2 weeks.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? Like now it's in a 4-day span. Like you go 4 days and then you off 24 hours and then you off for, you know, you got to go for another 4 to 5 days and then you're off for 24. Like that's how it works now. Yeah. The NFL as well as the NFLPA has been doing a great job with taking into consideration people's or players' needs. Yeah. But it comes at a cost.
Yeah.
The fundamentals is not as focused on as it once was, you know what I'm saying? Yeah. So I think that's the difference in the game. I wouldn't necessarily call it the physicality. It's just more or less about the time invested in the craft. A lot of times players are expected to craft their craft, right?
Yeah.
You know,
craft the
craft on your own time.
Yeah.
Not the team's time.
Yeah.
Because the teams is responsible for like, hey, we need to get you learning the plays. But in order to best execute the play, your craft have to be at a premium.
So I got a Panthers question. So if you have one, obviously Julius Peppers, just, you know, got awarded, for the Hall of Fame.
Yeah.
Gold jacket member now. What's your favorite Julius Peppers story if you have one, or just tell me about the man, Frazier.
Hey, so check. So I call him Frazier. I give people a lot of nicknames. And it's because it's just something that sticks and resonates to me. When I met Julian, it was one of them situations, like, I was so excited to have the honor to play with him. And I remember, like in 2012 and 13, I feel like I had the opportunity to play with every Panther great.
Yeah.
That was able to be played with. You know what I'm saying? Like I played with Steve Smith, I played with Jordan Gross, I played with Ryan Khalil, I played with Thomas Davis. And I'm thinking to myself, I'm like, bro, it's only one person I'm missing. I ain't never played with Ju.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So when Julian came back in 2016, it was one of them like, bro, like my hero, like almost like my idol. You know what I mean? Because everybody knew that prior to Cam Newton being the number 1 pick, Julius Peppers was the number 2 pick.
Yeah, Julius,
So he was the highest pick in Panthers history. And that was one of those things that I was like, yo, like, that was my history in that space. So when he came, you know what I'm saying, to the team, I was so blown away by how quiet he was.
Bro, he is, bro.
Like, he's just this massive human being, like, and I say this with all respect, like girthy, like big hands, big arms.
He's like a monster.
Like, yeah, bro, like big
Jam.
face, big feet, big legs, big calves, big arms, big. I said, damn, bro.
You a big ass dude.
You a big ass dude. Motherfucker can't fight you. We gonna have to shoot you. That big. You know what I'm saying?
Call for backup.
You know what I'm saying? Like, hey now. So even with that, I'll tell you, like, with him being that big, he always whispers.
He does, bro.
Right?
He's like, what's up, Omari, man?
What's up, bro? And he always, like, there's a scene in Casino where Joey, is it Joey Pesci? Joe Pesci, right? He was talking and he was like walking down the street and they realized that their environment was tapped, like the walls was tapped or the phones was tapped. So they had to go outside and go on these walks, right? The mob.
Okay.
So they're walking down the street and then they're covering in their mouth and they saying, like, hold on, who the fuck is this guy? Who is this? Who is this? Oh, I don't fucking know that guy. He's a fucking white guy, huh? And then they're handling like real business.
Yeah.
And I was always telling Frazier, I was like, bro, Julian, what's your middle name? Frazier. I said, oh, Frazier, I got you, big Frazier guy.
Julius
Frazier. And he would always like, yeah, what's up, bro? You good?
But he always sound like he's telling you a secret.
Always covering his mouth and always like,
leaning in. I'm leaning.
You good? Hey, where the food at? You know what I'm saying? Like somebody listening to him, bro. And then he got the deepest laugh.
Yeah.
No.
That is true.
No. And he is like so private.
Yeah, he is.
I'm like, bro, I need some dirt on you.
Bro can get missing out of nowhere, bro. Like I don't know. You and him, but I don't know how y'all hit the Houdini so good, bro.
Nah.
But y'all spin up out of that locker room.
Nah, listen, bro. It's one of them things I learned from the best.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Seeing how Frazier can just like Michael Jackson moonwalk out of a sun, like, hold on, where he at? And then he'll send you a text like, bro, I'm good, bro. I'll catch up with y'all tomorrow. Like, bro, hold on, you was my ride. You know what I'm saying? Like, we came in.
I got a goddamn Uber.
Hold on.
Man, shit. Sure. But we got to keep our eyes on the prize, man.
No.
PrizePicks.
No.
Yes.
PrizePicks. Peggy, what we got, bro?
Bro, we got some big prizes in PrizePicks, man.
What they call it, the big sweat?
The big sweat pack.
$1 million. $1 million. You know what I mean? So it's simple, man. We partnered with PrizePicks with this playoff run, and it's coming to a conclusion in a major way.
Major way.
Thanks to PrizePicks, you take my picks, and they hit an additional $1 million will be split by everyone who took the entry. Go to the promo tab in the app to find my picks. If you're a new user, Peggy, I said if you're a new user, make sure to use my code ACEBOOGIE, ACBOOGIE.
I got you.
And this is what I would say to this, though.
What's up?
If we hit, we got to do something crazy.
Real crazy?
I'm talking about so crazy that it's going to make you say, that boy crazy.
That boy crazy. That real crazy. So, man, we got to get into some of the picks you had yesterday. We brought it up. So I know we brought down CMC that have more than 19 rushing attempts. And you went more with that. You still standing on where you gotta stand on
business.
You got
But
to.
this is the thing, though. Like, bro, this is for $1 million.
$1 million.
Bro.
Damn.
Peggy, have you ever made $1 million?
Not yet. Okay, not yet, but I will. Speaking into existence.
If you were to win, or if we were to win, We. You see how I did
You know what
that? It's a we thing, not a me thing. You know what I'm saying? What would you do for $1 million?
What I do or what I'm going to do with the $1 million?
What would you do with it? Because when I'm looking at CMC
I do
having
something strange
more
for a piece of change.
than 19 rushing attempts, that's something that's real obtainable.
Yeah.
Valdez-Scantling to have more than 20 yards receiving, that's a real thing. George Kittle to have more than 50 yards receiving, that's a real thing. Brock Purdy will throw more than 200 yards. That's a real thing. It's not like these things is like,
unobtainable, yeah.
Christian McCaffrey has to have an interception, $1 million, bro.
It's that close.
It's so close you could touch it. So close you can smell it. So close you can taste it.
Damn.
What would you do if, or let's just put it in the atmosphere.
Okay.
When we win PrizePicks, Big Sweat.
The big sweat.
For $1 million.
For $1 million.
What you gonna do with your cut?
I'm gonna go buy me some goddamn phone. I gotta look the part. But that ain't just what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna invest my money, smartly, But then I'm gonna break it half because we gonna bust it down in the middle. Then we gotta take care of the team.
Peggy, fuck the team.
Goddamn!
What you gonna do with your cut?
Man, I'm going on a fucking vacation.
Where you going, Peg?
Man, somewhere where I don't know how to speak their language, bro. I don't even know yet. And I'm flying private.
No, you ain't.
Private!
We gonna call the plane. We gonna charter the plane and we gonna call it the Big Sweat.
Okay, the Big Sweat. Peggy's PJ.
Peggy's PJ.
Come on, man.
That ain't P. For sure, man. But definitely, man, this is something that I'm saying to myself, like, bro, I'm gonna go crazy.
Yeah. Who you got winning the game before you wrap up the PrizePicks?
I really don't give a fuck, bro. I really don't. Like, let's just keep it up. When you don't have a horse in a race, bro, it's not one of them situations that you just
at the race.
Bro, I think partnering with PrizePicks has really gave my give a damn back to watching the sport.
That's true.
So much purpose because it's easy. It's like a sports book. You know what I'm saying? So, like, you're trying to say that these players who I am fans of, they're going to do their job. You see what I'm saying? So, like, for me, I'm like, I want Brock to get 200-plus yards. Contrary to what popular belief, I want C-Mac to get more than 20 attempts to kind of rush.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And at the end of the day, it just really comes down to, if we did our job and we could foresee the future.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah. So if all your entries hit, they saying that's what people gonna get the millio?
All the entries hit. It's simple. Let's keep it simple. What they call it? Let's kiss this thing. KISS. Keep it super simple.
Yeah.
Just go to my promo code, Ace Boogie's Picks.
Okay.
And then boom. And you can win that $1 million. They're going to bust that $1 million down. They're going to bust their $1 million down. But it's still $1 million.
So just so the people know, one more time what you got. You got CMC that have more than 19 rushing attempts. Okay. Valdez-Scantling that have more than 20 receiving yards.
Yes.
George Kittle that have more than 48.5 receiving 50 yards. Brock Purdy to have more than 200 yards passing.
Yes.
All right? So, if you do hit, and if all the entries hit, everybody get a piece of the $1 million, Cam.
Yeah.
If they bet with you. Not bet, but PrizePicks with you. So.
For sure. But listen, man, we got this whole fleet of runner show happening right now.
Yeah.
You dig what I'm saying? So, man, for the viewers that's watching, stay tuned. We got more to come. Make sure you like Peggy. Make sure you comment, Peggy.
I'm tapping, and then also, whoever said I got that James Earl Jones. No, hairline. Off of they talking shit about me in the comments right now. They fucking with my hairline, I'm gonna fuck you up.
Look, you block.
So watch them comments.
We not.
All right, we got like, comment.
Share.
Okay, we're going to share it to the people.
And most of all, Piggy, what must you do?
You better subscribe.
You better subscribe, dog.
Subscribe now.
You know what I'm saying? Until we meet again in the next, 5 minutes? 5 minutes.
Minutes
One finger, one pinky, 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 one thumb, all together. One love. You did. Welcome back. Welcome to 4th and 1. Well, I always got it done, bringing facts by the time before the rising of the sun. This ain't me in the shotgun, man. This is me in front of TV having a whole lot of fun. Yeah! Man, sit down, bro. Sit down, bro.
Y'all singing on here and everything, man.
Sit down, bro. Who we got,
Great, man.
Peggy?
I'm great.
What's his name,
Yes,
Peg?
sir.
But hey,
Nigga,
the
that's
last
that.
name
Look.
rap with a little bit of Valentine's Day. It's the man, the myth, the legend, Mr. Judon Love. Welcome to 4th and 1, man.
Oh, yeah. Thank you guys for having me, man.
What's up, bro? What you got going on with the Old
Oh, man,
Spice
you see it, man.
Jigga
Oh, yeah.
Dead, bro? What you got?
You see it, man. You see what we do.
Oh, he came ready.
Yeah, you do. He got the tool ready, man.
Pulled it right out
A
his
new-
pocket like that.
Hey, that's
Straight
that
out,
total,
straight out.
hey, total body deodorant right there, man. For the whole body. Get you smelling great.
It's a
Smells-
coconut.
Smells great, huh? Smells good. That's good stuff.
Look at us. Look. You know you can't act the way you want to act,
man.
Jordan.
Come
Now we
on,
go.
come on.
Look. Y'all just sit back. How long we got? 15 minutes? 10 minutes?
It's at live and 5.
5?
Man.
You say about 8 minutes?
She's at 50. Go for
But anyway,
it.
hey, is it safe to say this, though, bro? Can we consider you a rookie?
No,
Why?
because I'm not a rookie.
Okay.
I've been in the league this is my 4th year in the league, man.
Yes.
I'm not a rookie. Obviously, my first year starting, but
Yes.
man, it's different. Coming in my rookie year,
Mhm.
I would not have been playing the way I was playing if I played right away, man.
That.
Yeah, yeah.
So would you, if you were a lot of more football to play, we got some things that I would like to kind of tap into. My 2 things is this. Number 1, as the quarterbacks develop, would you want to take your route or instant playing time route?
Man, that's a great question. I think for development, my route, because I was able to sit there. I was able to learn the offense. I was able to learn my teammates, man. Not coming into a situation, press to play and make plays.
Yes, sir.
I was able to learn and see it, man. See a legend doing it.
Yeah.
And just see how he works, see how he operates every day, and just grow my game. So when I did get my opportunity, man, I took it and ran with it. But man, coming in my rookie year, I'm not the same player I was.
Absolutely.
Now. I'm not.
I was the person that played right away. And even for me, it was just like, I don't know if I'm ready. You're learning on the go. Like, people are leaning towards you to give something that you don't even know that you even need. Showing up without no headphones, making sure that, a meeting starts at 8 o'clock. I was trickling in around 7:52, just enough time to really just, you don't know these things as a rookie. The thing that we have, or we can share in our career is this. You followed up a great Hall of Famer quarterback. I followed up a great Hall of Famer quarterback. I didn't have your success, right? Obviously, you come behind Aaron Rodgers. I came behind another 12 and Tom Brady. Did you feel that pressure?
Man, the pressure's there. You can't run from the pressure. It's definitely there, but man, I try not to add too much pressure to it. Playing quarterback, it's already a lot of pressure on your plate to go out there and make plays every game. So, man, I try not to add that pressure because obviously I'm my own player. I let everybody else do the comparisons and Brett Favre, Aaron Rodgers, Jordan Love. Man, I just go out there and play.
What was the hardest thing for you this year as you kind of had the Rams? When did it start to feel like your team and not A-Rod's remnants?
Yeah, man, early on, right when he left and coming into OTAs, man, just knowing that this is my team now. Obviously, throughout my whole process, Aaron wasn't there through OTA, so that was my time to shine and do my thing. But this year, it just felt different, knowing that ain't nobody coming back. This is my team. I'm the starting quarterback. So early on, it felt that, and obviously it just transitioned and got better. We got some more process going, but just knowing that, seeing, okay, this is my team. I can do what I want. I can call some meetings if I need to. I can do some extra stuff for the guys. And now they're looking at me as that guy and not, he's the backup.
Last thing for me, the greatest lesson learned from 12.
Man, I say the best thing I ever saw was consistency. You talk about consistency, but this dude, every day in practice, I'm talking making some great plays that you wouldn't even see in a game. And I sit there and be like, man, he's putting the ball on the money every day in practice. I mean, he's not missing throws. And I'm like, okay, I'm trying to be that consistent. Every day, practice, game, and just let it trickle down. But consistency is the biggest thing I've seen, man.
Say less. Peggy, that's all we got, Peg.
Well, we can't miss.
Give it here, Peg.
What we got?
Hey, listen, in the real world they say, I'm going to give you your flowers.
Yeah.
Uh-huh.
Well, here, Casa 1910, I'm going to give you your cigar.
Okay, bet.
My boy,
Let me see.
this year, bro, is a reason to celebrate.
Oh, yeah.
You went down and you handled business. You stood on business.
Business.
You went
Big
into
business.
Dallas.
Stand on business,
and
man.
stood on business.
Yeah. Big business.
You have some insight to be able to say, look, did we win it all? No, but we got a good footing to move forward. You won a lot of people over with this year, including that fan base that has been loyal to that person for so long. I think Green Bay has been spoiled by not having a lot of quarterback turnover.
Yeah.
Jordan Love, you look like you belong.
Oh, yeah.
on.
Thank you.
Enjoy
I appreciate
your
hearing that, man. That's awesome, man. Appreciate that. Yeah, spray that thing, man. Light this up, man. Light it up.
Hey, before we get out of here, man, listen, can you follow instructions?
What you need?
Here we go, one hand out. When I say all together, you're gonna say one love.
Okay.
All right?
Easy.
One finger, one pinky, one thumb, all together, one love.
Oh, Spice.
Hey,
Peggy, you still here?
I'm here, boo.
You're on fire today, Peg.
Come on now, we
Let's
turn
look.
up.
How many people we got in the chat right now, Mr. Heckel? 1,700. Hey,
And
listen, I would
counting.
like to tell you this, man. For every single one of you 1,700 people to tapping in with good content for the masses, bro, I'm trying to give you something that the other networks can't. I ain't, you know what I'm saying? I ain't the one to bash.
Well, what you gonna give him, boo?
I'm definitely the one to boast. And while we at it, this is a little too early to make a toast. But listen, Peggy, you're doing your thing, boy.
But likewise, boy.
You dig what I'm saying? Jordan Love, bro.
Oh,
Like we could have really took it there.
there was a lot of meat on the bone.
Like, and that's the thing. That's a good thing about Radio Row. That's a bad thing about Radio Row. Like, it's like for so many different personalities, it's a melting pot that, bro, I could sit down Stephen A.
Yo, it was
for a
meat
whole
on the
nother
bone,
hour.
yeah.
You see what I'm saying? Jordan Love, a whole nother hour where that was like, damn, dog. And I hate to make the emphasis about like 12, but like people want to hear that. You know what I'm saying? Because I know he felt that. You did.
Correct.
So
That's a lot of pressure on because I think even from my perspective, even seeing you develop and being the Cam you can be in New England,
yeah.
it was just like they had a perception of what they thought it should be, and you a whole nother person. I'm sure it was the same situation.
Oh, for sure.
him.
It's a whole different energy, bro, that like I see, like, for example, I seen Jordan on another show, and he was just like, yo,
Just still.
blah, blah, blah. Old Spice. And I seen him on another one, and he was just talking, you know, and then now it's like when you come here,
Come on down to
it's our
4th&1.
job to kind of like bring that side. Like what
Kick
we got
the
out
door
of
open. Take your
Stephen
shoes
A.
off.
Like, bro, it's like real energy where we already setting the tone and setting the vibe, man.
Yeah.
And that's the thanks to, you know, obviously, you know, a loyal consumer that's expecting, you know what I'm saying, great content. Woo! Yeah.
We got somebody.
Yeah.
We got somebody coming
Yeah.
in.
Yeah. Yeah. How long we got?
A minute, man. We got a minute.
Say less.
We got all the time in the world.
Yeah. Hey, I'm going to cut right into this one.
But he's shining, boy.
You definitely got to do that.
Woo!
It's legendary.
Legendary.
When that took off,
Yeah.
who did it? And you was like, oh shit, I'm lit.
Nobody, man.
No,
I know I'm lit.
Come on,
I
psych
know
yourself,
I'm lit. It's
man.
different.
No.
Nah, for
Psych
real,
yourself,
though. You
man.
gotta
No. Who did it and you was like,
Okay.
oh, I'm that.
Nah, I ain't gonna lie. Still, I be knowing I am lit, but definitely DJ Khaled, Rick Ross, them the two.
Shadur.
Yeah.
You gotta understand, and that's why I always respect them. They ain't even asked for no shirts, they ain't asked for no merch. They went on the site and bought it themselves.
Yeah.
But that's love.
Bro, I think like for you, bro, when I hear a lot of pundits speak about your situation in particular, Prime ain't did nothing different than what any other great father would do.
Yeah.
You see what I'm saying?
Nah, I understand.
When I came out, they tried to shun my father from a lot. There's award shows that I have yet to be back because my father was not able to kind of come.
Yeah, I mean, that's just a part of it, though. You got to understand the situation. You got to understand, like, you know, how this world is.
Yeah.
So it's like you got to just take everything with a grain of salt, be happy, but at the end of the day, understand, you know, what things are about.
Say less. Who you here with? You got Gatorade.
Yeah, I'm here with Gatorade.
Legendary.
Seen that.
Bro.
It's a legendary thing.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
I think really for you, bro, how does Colorado get to that next step?
By having the right players. We only lost a lot of games last year because we ain't have enough dogs on the team.
Yeah.
You gotta understand, I'm not even a player to even be talking crazy or anything like
You're
that, but now when you got some guys on the team that can't stick up for themselves, or you got guys on the team that's not in them, you gotta become that. Because they gonna follow the leader. They gonna follow the guy that's gonna be out there not really caring. Whatever it is, they gonna go do it. So whenever you see them final minutes in a game and you understand, okay, cool, two's in that mode now, then it's just like, coach, we getting it empty and I'm calling it. That's how I go. Right hand of God.
Hey, listen, bro. Real question. Who knows you the best?
My dad.
Like, how you feel, emotional, excited. Who knows Shadur Sanders?
I'll say probably Daryl, quarterback coach who I train with. Yeah. Probably him or Bucky, Deion Jr.
Yeah. I think for you, bro, your whole life, like this is what people don't understand and they can't ask or say or relate to. Bro, your whole fucking life, bro, it's been a weight on your shoulders.
Yeah.
So when you perform, when you put on how you put on, it's not just regular. It's expected. But you've been doing it for so long that for the average, it's different for me. Ain't nobody really know my dad.
Yeah.
Not until the last couple of years that you became Shadur.
Yeah.
You've always been, that's Prime son.
Yeah.
For you, how do you manage that type of pressure, bro?
It's not really pressure because it's the same thing every year of your life. You gotta understand, like if you grow up in a big house, the whole time you're not gonna really appreciate that it's a big house. You get what I'm saying? You're just gonna be like, oh, okay, until it's taken away. So that's when I respect my dad, cause we grew up in a big house, nice, like 25,000 square feet. Yeah, like something very big. Football field, everything you could ask for.
See, he got his own money.
Arcade, everything, basketball court, everything.
Yeah.
But then he moved us across town. Still a nice house, but it wasn't like that. It was nothing like that. But he moved us across town to understand, you know, just a humbling experience overall. Just to understand, to get that dog mentality. We didn't go to private schools our whole life. We went to charter schools. It's barely funded.
Yeah.
You get what I'm saying? So it's like that's where we get that grit factor. That's where we get like we all the same.
Yeah.
Like we don't ever look at each other that we're above somebody or anything else because we all was the same.
Yeah.
So the reason why I do the things I do, like get the cars, get the chains and stuff like that, is because I remember when I was in that position, and I never forget that.
Yes, sir.
Nobody else could relate to that because they ain't lived my life, but I remember when I couldn't call nobody and see actually how they went to go get a Rolls Royce or actually know what they had in their account when they went to get a Rolls Royce. You get what I'm saying? For
sure.
Nobody gonna be real with you. So it's like, the only thing I could do and to promise myself is just be a real person overall.
Man, listen, I got a banger real quick.
All right.
I got a banger, Peg.
What's up, you got one?
I got one.
Because I had one coming right after you going with it.
Are you talking about that song?
No. I got a banger-ass question.
Perfect timing, coming out soon.
Okay.
You got a song?
Yeah, I rap, yeah.
No, you don't.
Who?
That owl. You shit through feathers?
Nah, I definitely rap. But
Say
you
less.
know, it's just the fun things, you know, that you gotta keep yourself.
But pop rap
doing.
too, though.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
He don't be tripping. We played at a big dinner last night too. He
Yeah.
didn't know it was gonna be played. It was crazy. It was fun.
Yeah, bro, this is the thing, before I get into my banger question. I love how y'all keep that dynamic that's still pop, but y'all still fuck with him though. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And that unity between you and your brothers and your father and your family as a whole, that's beautiful. That's love as a whole that gives the culture hope.
Yeah.
All right? Now, my banger question, Pega, goes is like this. Where were you and what was your initial reaction when the Charleston White interview came out?
Where was I? I think I was at the crib.
How are you kind of put up on game like, bro, like, you heard? Take me through that.
I think it may have been Shiloh or somebody, or I don't know. That's really what it was, though.
Yeah.
Because I was watching the show, but then from at the beginning to now, big difference. You get what I'm saying? Like, it's more entertaining, more, you know what I'm saying, real and stuff like that. At first, it was all right. But now, you feel me? It was like, okay, cool. But I think Shiloh, then I just watched it. I don't know who told me, though, because I don't be remembering. But then that was it.
Yeah.
But at the beginning, though, before all that, it was like, he a funny guy. You know what I'm saying? He a funny guy. And he be saying, sometimes he be saying real stuff, sometimes not. So I never had hate toward man, but, like, when he was doing that, then I'm like, okay, cool. That's just the character he got to play. That's just what he got to do.
But this is the thing, though, and it was cringing. And I'm like, no, bro, that's something that you can't relate to. And the fact that he was vulnerable in that moment, I was even vulnerable because if he would have said, man, fuck Cam Newton.
Yeah,
that's what you had wanted.
But that's the thing you got to understand. Like, because I seen the socials and all that stuff that, you know, what they were saying even about you, like, even him saying, like, you know, you brought him on to try to defend him. Like, you don't really know what Pops really do for people. You get what I'm saying? So it's like, the lives that he touched just even by having the youth program and all that. You know what I'm saying? So it's just like when you just can't listen to people like that.
Bro, you're in a position, Shiloh, I'm going to give you these words.
Shador.
I'm sorry, bro. I'm
Shiloh,
sorry,
it's his
Shador.
birthday today. He on the way, though, right?
Happy birthday, Shiloh.
But Shador, you're in a situation, bro, that you can't, your mental has to be bulletproof.
No, that's what it is.
You in a lose-lose situation,
Regardless.
90% of your, like, when you say something, you already lost.
Yeah.
If you do something, you already lost.
Yeah.
So for you, dog, just keep that spirit and keep standing on business. Shador.
Definitely. Legendary.
You dig what I'm saying? Appreciate you, my guy.
Nah, for sure.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. That's good. Listen.
What's up, bro?
You on the road, Peg.
Bro, but 4th&1 hot right now. You're hot right now.
Right now. Yeah. Yeah, bro. It's one of them situations where, dog, I had to ask that Charleston White question.
Yeah, you had to, because I was like, did you do it? Brelan was in my ear.
No, you
Should
got
do
to.
it?
You said the same thing?
Yeah, he said
too?
the same. The Wi-Fi.
The Wi-Fi lit.
It's fine today.
Whoa. Whoa. Yeah, Peg. Look at you right there, Peg. Yo, y'all can't see, but I see my dog, Peg. See, this is the thing. Peg is really jealous of me. He really want to be me.
Man,
when I first met Peg, Peg was like, yeah, man, I got aspirations to be in front of the camera.
I started in front of the camera. That's what we're going to
And
start.
Exactly. That's what they know.
Eagle access. Shout out to NCC.
You got it.
Oh, my God. Don't pull up my old pics.
You got a face that's good for radio.
Oh, please. Shit.
You know what I mean?
And you got breath that's good for momming. All right, don't speak, brother. You hit me, okay? All right, then. Okay, well, all right. Go on the bullshit now.
You gonna fuck around and find out? Listen, right here is that bullshit. You fuck around and hit that meter right there. You gonna fuck around and find out. Oh, man.
Shit.
Hey, man, we having fun, bro.
Yeah,
the only thing, Peg, that I wish we could do, only thing, Peg, that I wish we can do.
What's up?
It's just like a dog in the meat house. I just want to put one in the air, bro.
I know.
You know what I'm saying? Like the vibe, it's just like, for the people, like, what would that be like if I could just sit back
on Radio Row
and you know, we in Vegas, so they got other apparatuses that can be smoked. I don't do that. Don't need to. I just want my, you know what I'm saying, tobacco leaf, Nicaraguan by Casa 1910, you dig?
Such a beautiful cigar.
Yeah. And, you know, just put one in there. Just, they say, Bug.
What's up?
Why you smoke? It's just so soothing.
Okay.
Because really, like, you ain't never seen two people arguing with a cigar. They debating, but they not arguing, Ped.
Yeah. Bro, you gave Shador some game, though. I'm like, damn, bro, that's cool, because in your situation, in your rise in college, did you have like an OG that called you while you was in Brenham, Texas?
No.
At Auburn, you had nobody that was just like, hey, Cam.
No, bro,
XYZ.
you know, I take that back, bro. I take that back. And this may be a little triggering, though. It was somebody who called me, who was the same age. It was Aaron Hernandez. Bro, like, Chico had called me and would check up on me, like, to see, like, where we was at. You feel me? And that dynamic, to me, I had seen him get drafted by the Patriots. Obviously, this was before the obvious that people think they know him to be.
And this you at Auburn, right?
No, this is me in JUCO.
Oh, in Brenham, Texas.
Because this how it went. When I went to JUCO, they left. Joe left. Brandon Spikes left. And Aaron Hernandez left. The Marquise had left to go to the NFL.
Yeah.
I seen those guys who I came in with get drafted on draft night. I had that year, that their rookie year was my JUCO year. Their second year was my Auburn year. So I'm like, yo, bro, we came into college the same year. These are the people who are already, like, we was in the dorms together, we partied together, we trained together, we did everything together.
That's the brotherhood.
And they're making it.
Yeah.
They made it. And now it's like, yo, so when he called me and was just like checking up on me, bro, it was like, bro, my questions was like, bro, how is it?
Yeah.
You know,
like, what's that like?
Like, how's Brady, bro? Like, how,
in Brenham at the time.
Yeah. It's so far, but it's so close. That was, look, 15, 16 years ago. It sounds like a long time, bro, but it's really not.
It's not. Life goes fast.
And it goes fast, bro.
Yeah. Man, that's crazy though. But like, man, big shout out to Shador, Prom, Shiloh, the whole.
My boy checked me though. He checked me. He said,
"Hey, Shador." It's Shiloh's birthday though.
It's
man,
but
we got some more people coming today, bro.
Who we got,
said that boy Greg Olsen gonna stop by.
Gio,
let
my
go.
Greg
Coming at you in a few minutes. They say he coming up at 11:30 Pacific Standard Time. Specific
time.
Be specific about the Pacific, my brother.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah. So we got Greg Olsen coming at you, bro. Soon, man. Yeah.
Looking forward to it. Hey, man, listen, this is what I want to do. Hey, Brendan, can you go online right now and tee up what questions or what more do they want to see? I want to kind of appease to my fans right now. You see what I'm saying? And we go from it there.
Yeah.
Hold on.
So
that's Ocho?
Ocho in the house? Everybody in the house, bro. It's a star-studded event, like, out here.
Nah, that's Adrian Peterson.
Yeah, man.
Adrian Peterson.
There's everybody out here.
Hold on. Don't give him no doubt.
Who?
Don't give him no doubt.
Bro, people watching.
No, don't give him no doubt. Listen, Adrian Peterson gives the strongest, like,
doubt.
No, Kristen Myers. That's not LSU Adrian Peterson. That is Oklahoma
running
Adrian
back.
Peterson. This dude gives the strongest handshakes.
For real?
Like, bro, it's ask KO. Like, to shake his hand, you gotta just like, you know what I'm saying? You gotta slap it in there, hug. You can't.
He's squeezing.
No.
Bro, I had a dude like that at church, bro. And I was a youngin', bro. I ain't gonna lie. Bro, me and my brother used to be scared because my mom would be like, go speak to him. And Mr. Givens, he'll just squeeze your hands
Givens?
and be like, how you doing? I'm like, bro, what the fuck? Like, bro, you're killing me. Bro.
Yeah.
Man, we got some questions for Greg. They want him to talk about the upcoming tight ends.
No, crazy. That's what we're gonna ask Greg. That ain't how it works. We're a streamer now, bro. We're a YouTuber.
But they want you to ask Greg that.
I'm going to ask him, but I ain't going to ask you, Peggy.
Man, shit, I ain't, it's all cool.
You can't take
They
everybody
hating on me,
everywhere.
bro. They hating on me, bro.
You know
Hating
what I'm
on me
saying?
and my hairline. Goddamn.
What headline?
All right, see, that's what I need a Mashika hat. Please, sponsor me, please.
Sponsor you?
Yeah.
How they going to sponsor you? You ain't nobody. You big man. You big man. Yeah, man.
Disrespectful.
Look at that.
Bro,
But
did you come up with this? Did you create this?
Nah,
yourself?
bro, this all Alberto, bro.
Alberto.
And my pack still ain't came yet, bro.
What is that? So break this hat down. Though. What's on
Bro,
it?
it's
You
a
got the heart?
cowboy hat, bro. Like, it's on that Beyonce type of steez. You dig what I'm saying? You seen
Okay.
what the queen did, bro. Yeah. She put them cowboy hats on the map. Not only that, but for real. No, you should I take my shirt off? Should I take my shirt off?
Come on in.
Should
Come
I
on.
take my shirt off?
Come on.
Bro, you have redefined the hat game to me?
Hold on, we just had a moment like, hey, yeah.
Get my vodka.
right
Hey,
here,
Cam.
it's right here, it's right here.
With my buddy Tommy.
Yes.
We're both comedians.
How you doing,
Tom
bro?
Segura.
Yes, sir.
One of the best top grossing
I seen you, bro.
Of course you have.
Of course you haven't. I've seen you, man.
Oh, where are we at? Where are we at?
Bro,
Dude,
listen.
I'm jacked right now. I just
bring
did
that
50
here.
push-ups.
Say what?
I
did 50
brother, I love what you're doing.
No.
I love what you're doing.
No,
I
listen.
love what you're doing.
No, listen, no.
So share Mike, Tommy. Take the seat. I'll sit here.
No, this is the thing. No, I gotta stand up if y'all standing
No,
up.
here.
Oh, here we go.
Everybody got seats.
Look,
Everybody got seats.
this is the thing. The reason
Can I
why.
light a cigar?
I wish,
Fuck it,
but you
let's
can
go.
have one.
Let's go.
You can't light it. But here, but you can have one
Yes,
here.
you can.
Here's the
Yes,
go.
you can.
No,
I'll be walked out in handcuffs like Lisa Ann.
Let's go.
I don't care.
I'm gonna be walked out in
Roger!
handcuffs.
Come find me. Catch
Listen.
me if you can.
Listen, I'm gonna walk out in handcuffs like Killer Mike.
Oh, baby. I said Lisa Ann. He said Killer Mike.
I got it.
Listen.
Brother,
Hey, hold on. First
we
off,
cannot.
you give me hope. Cause this is authentic. Like real shit. I feel like this is what influence is. This is what media is turning to. People are being able to see through bullshit.
Yes.
Yeah.
People are able to kind of be like, no, that's not him.
yeah.
Right.
And the real influence comes down when you ask your question, can I share a beer with this motherfucker? Like,
Yes.
that's interesting.
Or a shot of vodka.
I don't drink, bro. I'm
don't drink?
a wine guy, but
Oh,
I
really?
smoke a cigar.
Do you have a glass of wine?
Where's our matches?
We're getting you some right now.
Look,
We'll be back in an hour and 20 minutes.
That's corporate right there.
No, let me tell you something. My team know I will strike this
He-
bitch
he-
up.
he's
They
about
do.
this
They
bullshit.
do. They know.
And they know.
He's with the bullshit.
And I will. And the thing is, I'll jump on the grenade.
Brother, walk me out in handcuffs. Walk me out in handcuffs. Get me that
Rip me out
moment.
the plastic I back a brand new.
How dare you tell me what not to do?
but help me out here. You see my content, right?
Yeah,
Yes.
of course. Brother,
Yes.
you're killing it. And I'll tell you right now, just from an outside standpoint from my wife,
Yes,
my
sir.
wife goes, his hat game's next level. You took domes up top,
Yeah.
and I'm telling you, it's sexy. And no one was doing it. I'm a hat guy. I'm
Yes.
a real hat guy. I got a size 8. I get custom hats all the time.
You ain't got no Mashika hat.
What? Brother, I got it.
No, listen. I'm going to custom you my hat collection from Mashika. You send me your hat size and your wife's hat size on air. I put this on everything I
Shout
love.
out to Mashika. I know Mashika very well.
No, that's
I know
my people.
Are you serious?
No, like,
Dude,
real talk.
you know
Alberto.
Mashika. Real quick, and
Please.
game respects game. Mashika was a dude making hats down in
Venice.
In Venice, and Johnny Depp and Keith Richards walked
Berto.
in. Yeah, Berto.
Yes.
And he was like, and he was burning hats before people were burning hats.
Yes.
And they were like, "What's that hat?" He was doing it as an employee.
Yo, like for Nick Fouquet.
Yes, brother, I am
Yes.
hat game deep. Like I love what you're fucking
No,
doing.
what we're gonna do, bro, and I'm gonna send this to Berto. Berto was a guy I started getting into hats. I first met Berto, his English wasn't like he wasn't able to kind of understand what I was saying. I
Yeah.
was like, dude, you work on commission.
He
like,
lives in Montana now.
Montana Bozeman, and he goes back and forth to
Yeah.
him and Kristen, his wife, and baby
Hell
Benny,
yeah.
his son that they just had. And I was asking, does he work on commission? He was like, no. But his wife had to translate it. It was like, no, he does. But he has to do it strategically because he didn't necessarily want to get in trouble with Nick.
Yeah.
I started looking at his body of work, and when you see that, like, this hat doesn't come out like this.
No, it doesn't.
You have to shape it. You have to hand it. You have to be very nurturing with the felt, and all felt doesn't move the same. When I seen that body of work happen in front of my eyes, I could not go back to a lids. I couldn't go.
Oh, shut up.
Yeah.
With lids,
Yeah.
I can't fuck with any of those brands. Once you get one of those hats,
It's
especially
over
when he goes, tell me a little bit about yourself.
Yeah.
When's your birthday?
Yeah.
I said November 3rd. He puts a Scorpio on there. He said, what's your power animal? I said owl. I got an owl feather in there. And you get that hat, and you got a little stitch up front.
It's subtle. But it's there though.
Brother, I brought 3 hats from that guy. I bought my wife a hat. And I rock those hats all the time.
Yes, sir.
That guy knows what he's doing.
Like real shit.
And I'm telling you, that's.
No.
I'm so happy to know that you fuck with him too, because that is like, I love your hat game.
Like, people don't know.
Can I tell you the sexiest thing I got on right now is the you've done it before, the front punch brim where it's up top and then high in the back.
Yeah.
It's like called the Gus mold or something.
I have no idea of hat terminology. I just talk to Berto and like, yo, do this, do that, and then make it look fire. Boogie fired, as I would call it. And he does it. He does it.
This is a dream come true, man.
Bro,
I'm telling you, let me just start over. So, you know, Tommy and I have been podcasting for a long time, and to watch you guys come into the game, and I'm talking like we're sports fans, but we're culture fans.
Yeah.
So to watch Mason Cameron come on,
Yes.
you look, Joe Budden is an old school, old head, but to watch you guys blow up has been so fun for us.
Yeah.
Because we've been talking wild shit for a long time.
Yes.
It's fun to see the athletes actually have a voice, because like the old school way of like, so, you know, and then you just give like a traditional answer like, hope we don't turn over the ball this week, and we need to, whoever runs better will probably win the game. It's like, you don't feel like you're getting any insight. But when guys like you get a platform and start having real conversations with your friends and people you're interested in, you as a fan go like, oh, this is actual. Now I feel like I'm listening in on a conversation.
But you it's almost like this. When you guys go on tour, it's the parties, or it's the
It's everything
after.
off stage.
If the after is off stage.
Yeah.
For us, it's the locker room. People want insight to like, yo, like, what is it like?
What's it like?
And when I'm being able to keep it a buck and tell people like, yo, this is how I feel. This is how I came up with the synopsis about game changer versus game manager. This is how I do this. This is how I do that. When it comes down to breaking down football, you don't want the analytics about it. It's like, yo, bro, if I'm a bettor, is this motherfucker gonna win or is he not? Like, simple and plain, and being able to really get the ear and keep the ear of the consumer. And it has to be organic, and it has to be authentic to what you are.
I've watched so much of your content, and also you have my favorite, because there's nothing more. I wish they gave you an option. I'd pay $10,000 a season for the on-field mic to just stay on for the game, just to hear you guys talk on the field, like during that.
They have that?
No, I'm saying I would. If that were an offer, I would be like, I'll pay for that. I would pay for that. But the in-game clip of you going like, oh, you've been watching tape, huh? Watch this. That's the coldest shit ever, dude.
Check this out though. Clay Matthews.
Yeah.
So I broke it down. Greg, he's a dude.
This is dude. That's
Come here,
Greg
guy.
Olson right here, man.
Everybody got to see him.
No.
Everybody got to
Great.
Greg Olson.
You look fantastic. What's up, man? Good to see you.
Sit down next to Tommy. I'll stand behind you guys.
That's how they hug each other.
Yeah, that's how they do it.
Listen, bro.
I've been waiting for this day.
We was just having a moment.
I've been waiting for this
Listen.
day to get invited. You had
Listen.
everybody else on.
We was just having this moment about content being delivered in a way that for them it's the off-stage content.
Right.
For us, it's like the in-locker room content. Totally. Where it's like, bro, if I would have a mic, I say one thing and it's instantly gonna bring out an emotion. Miami Super Bowl.
We had the greatest dinner at
Prime
112.
Yeah.
We had the greatest dinner, maybe of all time.
That was epic.
It was that picture. We looked looked bad. We didn't look great. But I'll tell you what, man, we had a blast catching up, the boys, C-Mac, GVR, Luke.
Yep.
It was, man.
Khalil wasn't there.
Khalil wasn't there.
He's big time.
That was the day after I got cut by the Panthers. Or maybe the day I got cut by the Panthers. Marty flew down to Miami. I was down there doing some work, like cut me in the afternoon, told me they were releasing me. And I think either that night or the next night we all went to dinner to celebrate, I guess.
Yeah.
No, wait, where do you guys draw the line between like locker room secrets and podcasting?
There's no different now.
Yeah, right?
It's changed a lot.
Our viewer deserves the authenticity of that.
Yeah.
And now we can. So for the longest, it's like, yo, Greg, how did you guys lose?
Yeah.
And Greg has to give a polised answer like,
Yeah.
you know what, it's a team effort. You know, we win as a team, we lose as a team.
And now it could be like, our defense is shit today. Like,
No,
we're not doing that.
No,
we're not doing that.
honest.
No, we're not doing that.
But
We're not doing that.
Now,
It's easier when you're not playing anymore.
Yeah.
Yeah, when you're on the team,
Correct.
you have to protect the team.
you have to protect the
You
guys.
have to protect
right.
your guys. You have to protect your team. It's always me. I'm the blame. Why
Right.
we won? We won
Right.
because of him. We won
Right.
because of him. Right? Like
We lost because of me. We lost because of me.
We
won
lose because of me.
him.
We won because of him. Right? That's kind of like the
Yeah.
rule while you're playing. You got to protect the locker room. Now what you're seeing, right? Guys like Cam, myself, guys that are done playing. You always are going to be respectful of the guys, right? This is never a personal attack.
Right.
It's never an attack on who they are as a person. But we can judge and give our opinions on performance and expectations and underperformance. So that's the line that I think guys are starting to kind of find their voice and be more comfortable with, and I think it's fun.
You can also watch a game, right, and be like, yeah, they're never going to win with this defense.
Yeah,
That could
that's
be-
fair.
Yes, but
Gotta support
to
it.
that, this is where I can, and a lot of times he can't, or they can't. You can't hold nothing over my head no more.
Buddy. That's, I guess it's called fuck you money.
Yeah.
Where you go, I'm done.
I'm
done.
You can't. It's not a brand. It's not an organization. It's not people. It's like, bro, I know too much, and I'm sitting up here telling you, and I'm giving you insight, and it's not coming from a hatred space. It's just honest, bro. It's like, bro, you're not that guy that you think that you are, and the reason why I'm going to tell you that is because, blase, blah. Now, for Greg, he's the polished person on TV that. There's a line that has to be drawn where it's like, how raw can you get?
Yeah.
And that's the thing where it's like, in 3 to 5 years, will we get the raw? Like,
it comes in
It's
cycles.
inevitable.
It comes in cycles though. You start talking wild shit. That's what we did. When we started doing podcasts 12 years ago, 14 years ago, talking wild shit. Then you make money. You go like, all right, I got
get
deal with
bosses.
Netflix. I
You're
got
gonna get bosses.
Yeah.
Yeah,
You're like,
yeah.
all right, pull it back a little bit. Tommy didn't, but I definitely did. And then you get to the place where you go, all right, I'm back. And then you watch the cycles. I can't imagine what it's like as a professional athlete to read the comments from someone that's never done it.
can I ask you this though?
Please.
Do you lose yourself?
Yes.
Because when you were that raw, hungry person, it's a little different when you're now on world tours.
When you buy your first big house, right? That's when you lose yourself. Because you no longer are the fun guy on Instagram. Hey, I'm with my kids. I'm relatable. All of a sudden, you got an acre in Hollywood with a big house, big trees, and you start measuring yourself. That is what fucked it up for me, because I put my life out there entirely. And Tom and I will talk about this. We started flying on private jets. We're buying Rolexes, and you want to share it with your fans and go like, "Yo,
This
we're
is what's
blowing
happening.
up. This
Yeah.
is real. This is real." Tommy explains this better than me, but our enthusiasm is real. And it becomes a little unrelatable. And then all of a sudden, it's
Yeah.
almost like, not fans, it's the haters are going like, yo, measure yourself.
Yeah.
And you're like, no, man.
This is my truth. This is my reality.
My reality is I want to share it with you 100%.
Yeah.
Yeah, but I also feel like there's no, like, if you're the type of person that, I don't care if it's a secretary, a janitor, a CEO, and they go, I got a new car, and you're not happy for that person, like, you don't go like, what'd you get, bro?
No,
What
you're
color
not
is
happy
it?
with yourself.
That's the
That
person who goes,
that-
that's a weird thing.
Yeah.
I've never been that guy, and I think it's strange. Like, if you were like,
Yeah.
I bought a new car, I'd be like, what'd you get, dude?
Yeah,
Right?
yeah.
And I don't care if somebody goes, I got a Corolla,
Yeah.
or I got a Bentley. I'm like, dude, congratulations.
That's exactly-
I want
color?
to see it. Let me see.
People
Do
are
I sit
happy
in it?
for other
Yeah.
people's
Yes.
pleasures.
How
right?
much
We-
does that suck? Because
Yeah.
dude, can
You
you
just can't let it affect you. You
Who
can't
you are.
let other people's decisions impact your approach, right?
No,
You
okay.
gotta say people live them, they do what they do, and I'm
Yeah,
gonna
yeah,
continue
yeah.
to live my deal. And I've learned, and I'll tell you, you call a live game for 3.5 hours.
Yeah. Oh, there's, yeah.
not gonna make everybody happy now.
Of course.
Right? Every fan base thinks you hate them. Everybody thinks that you're, the refs hate them, you hate them. They won in spite of you. I'm like, I had nothing to do with the game. I wasn't, but you have to make sure if you're true to yourself and you're confident in what you do and your voice and how you live and what. Our world, it's just going to get worse, right? Yeah. Everyone has a mic, everyone has a Twitter, everyone has a way to express their feelings. They're searching for attention, and you can't let other people's issues take you down with them. I've tried to come to grips with that.
Yeah. What does it feel like? And I'm just curious. Yeah. Tom and we've had moments in this business, and we've blown up, and we're in a good place. But when we watch younger dudes come up, it's interesting because you watch younger dudes blow up in front of you, and you guys are forced to watch that, like new quarterbacks, new offensive linemen, new tailbacks where you go like Christian McCaffrey, we're like, well, he's blown up. I was there one time. How does that feel? What does that feel like? Can you celebrate them? Or is there a part of you that's like, it's coming for you?
I'll give you an example to that point that you're talking about, but I'm gonna give you a Christian McCaffrey situation. I talked to Mama Matt yesterday, right? And I'm most excited for him to win a Super Bowl because you know how Christian works. Like he's one of those guys that it's like, bro, you're a little obsessive. Like he's doing spider monkey things. He's working on breathing exercises. He's next level with treatment and therapy, and it's like
since he was a child.
No, like I heard the IV story.
Yeah, he goes to high school.
Yeah, that was a little.
That was Papa Mac being like crazy.
You don't wear jeans because it makes your legs heavy. That was incredible.
No way.
That's so good.
It's so C-Mac though.
It's so.
Oh my God.
I love it though. It's perfectly on brand.
But this is the truth. There was a time, I think it was, when I my foot, was that 2018? When did Lovey go in?
2019.
2019 season, my lens frank was fucked, right? So it's the bone in your
preseason. And then you played week 1, and then
I wasn't right. I wasn't right. I knew I wasn't right, but I still tried to wheel through. Long story short, the team had success with my backup, in essence, with Kyle Allen, lovey-dovey. And I wanted to be there and be the best teammate that I possibly can so that he knows as a young player to get the support from the older guy. I didn't want him to feel like I was being disgruntled. I didn't want him to feel the pressure like, damn, like I'm winning, but Cam don't like me and it's this awkward energy. I refused for that to be the narrative. So much so that Lovey was not, I think he was scooting to the facility. We had a rookie dinner. Rookie dinner is like where the rookies kind of cater to the older guys. After that, he got an Uber there. I don't know how he got there. He came into my Ferrari. That was one of those things that it was like, yo, this is real life. He's like, bro, I'm the starter, and I'm in the passenger seat of Cam Newton's Ferrari. And I remember having that conversation, and I'm like, yo, bro, like this league is a business. And one day you're on top of the world, and the next day the world can be on top of you. Enjoy it. I didn't know how true. I thought I was talking to him, but I was really talking to me.
You trying to make me cry?
Yeah, and let me add one thing to that, right? So us in the locker room, right, for years, I mean, no one's on record more than me about what Cam's impact was on our team and me and all that. That's obvious. The challenge in the locker room is, okay, we have this young kid now who's taken over for Cam. He's going to be out for an extended period of time. Yeah. The balance in the locker room now, every question is, we win a game. Can Kyle Allen continue to be the quarterback? Do we need Cam Newton? Do we need... Right, but now the question is, like, your loyalties to Cam never change. Yeah. But if you stand there in the locker room and just say, no, we need Cam back tomorrow, man, I need
What
Cam
does it do to Kyle?
I'm Kyle Allen. I'm like, well, I know I'm not Cam Newton, but, like, we can't shit on this guy, too.
Yeah,
like,
of course.
You need to make sure Kyle knows everyone in the locker room has his support, his faith, his trust. Man, we're behind you, dude. You're doing awesome. But that is not an indictment on the guy who's...
No, for sure.
But that's very hard.
But do they then try to spin that?
Of course.
Like,
and then you say something, they turn it sideways.
No, it always goes.
And then you get it laying in bed on a Sunday morning.
I get it in bed on Twitter right after he says it, and then
Kyle Allen's done a great job, man. What a great quarterback. He has a future in this
Kyle
league.
Allen is good.
And he did a great job.
And Cam is future's in question.
Remember,
that's the title.
Yeah. And they're not mutually exclusive, right? And I think that's the challenge the locker room faces in a situation like that, where you have to be, and Kyle did a great job. He won a lot of games, and we were like 6-2 at one point. But to say Kyle did a great job, is completely separate from if Cam is back healthy. Of course he's back.
But a lot of players aren't able to manage that emotion, and
they want to pick sides.
I remember you guys had a game. I think y'all played Tampa, or y'all went to Houston.
Yep.
Y'all went to Houston, and it was a play that Kyle Allen made a fucking hell of a play. He spent out of a sack from J.J. Watt.
Yep.
And he made a play. And that was one of those things. I was going to church. My father's a preacher. I had went to church that day, and they had a thing where they would watch all the games after church. The awkwardness where it's like, yo, you're rooting for the Panthers to win, but it's almost like people want to make it like you don't want you want y'all to win, but you don't want him to have a great game. You see what I'm saying? You want to keep it in perspective. But I'm like, I don't care about that. I want them to win because I'm still thinking that when I come back, we're going to the playoffs, right? When he was making no everybody kept looking like,
what do you think? Yeah.
Hey,
it's hard.
He's like, it's not no 189 with a touchdown and an interception. He was having the 275 with 3 touchdowns, and
what you're saying right now is what we're talking about that didn't exist a decade ago.
For sure.
The insight, the conversation where you get to hear what it's really like. This makes you as a fan go like, what you think actually can be, it's a reality. Right. You guys have these real conversations.
I mean, it's so hard now, or it's so easy now to go direct to consumer, as I would call it, with the content. And like, I see this situation, what Greg will bring out of me on camera as a person who knows me, it's something that it's like, yo, bro, how can I work with Greg in media? Because this is a guy that's like, bro, we had so many battles together. Like, when I look at our armor, it's so bloody. And oh, my God.
Thick of it together,
that's got to be cool.
Yeah.
Like,
that's why
grew up doing stand-up together. I mean, when we were young, we met.
Yeah.
Our camaraderie. We've just seen each other naked together. I can't.
No way.
Yeah. We had our dicks
no way. So
we're gonna move on. We're gonna move on.
You can't stay here. You can't stay. No. Get out of here. Get out of this space.
The part that makes
tether with electrodes.
No.
We're not doing that. The part that makes it really cool is when you're connected at the beginning, and when Cam got drafted #1 overall pick. You don't get drafted #1 overall pick if you're going to a team that won 14 games the year before. Right? They won one or two, right? I got traded there that year, new coach. So we all kind of started this journey trying to climb this mountain together. Shockey. So like when you share those tough moments, the tough losses, the 6-10, 6-11 season, when you share those, it makes standing on the NFC Championship. It makes going to the Super Bowl. It makes breaking records. It makes watching him set NFL records and celebrate.
No, stop.
It makes those.
No, stop. But he's modest, right? Not taking nothing away from Travis, El Travador. But before he went on this realm of like high 1,000-yard, like what he's been able to do, he's been able to put up receiver-like numbers. Greg was the first. And Greg was the first 3-time back-to-back 1,000-yard tight end. And I'm saying to myself, it's like, yo, bro, like, how do you feel when you see that? And had I been healthy,
we would have had more.
Right?
Oh, there's no question.
It's like that.
Well, remember, I got hurt before you did.
I got hurt
week 1 of 17. Yeah. Going into for the 4th year, 17. I broke my foot second game of the season. Missed 6-7 weeks. Yeah. We still made the playoffs. We lost to New Orleans. We should have won.
Right.
But I have a picture of this moment in my office. It was the last game of the season. Cam threw me a little flat route, and I went over 1,000 yards. And I had broke my elbow the week before, so I'm in this big ass brace.
The peanut Tillman.
It was like a knee brace for my elbow because I couldn't straighten my arm out, but I wanted to break that fucking record.
Yeah.
And I have a picture. They did a little thing. It was a home game, and I have a picture of me and Cam hugging, and it was like, sorry, not your hat. I was like, to share it with a guy who you wouldn't have been able to do it without is cool. And like, we had some tough games. We had some amazing moments. We had personal success. We had personal failure within reason of bad games, bad moments. Like, when you share that over 9 years, long periods of time with guys, man, that's the stuff you remember. Like, those are the memories that is what makes it so special.
It's the little things. I'm curious, as stand-up comics, we started in comedy clubs. My favorite memory of comedy clubs, and I don't want to go back there, is on a Sunday. I'd put on NFL. I had my fantasy teams up. I had all my pick'ems, and I'd pack my bag. I don't want to go back to this moment in my life, but I'd organize my hotel room on a Sunday. I had one show on a Sunday, and I'd organize my room. And I miss that. I don't want it back, but I miss it.
Yeah.
What do you miss that you don't want back from the NFL, but you miss? Like Monday morning, you wake up sore as shit, and you go, I earned that shit?
Hell yeah.
No. I don't. I wish I can go back just to appreciate it more. 2015, Thanksgiving.
I was literally the next words out of my mouth.
Listen.
When you were done, I was going to tell this. This was my favorite memory. This wraps up everything about what makes it special.
Yo.
Is the story you're about to
I'm
tell right now.
drinking to this, guys.
No, check this out.
I know what you're going to say, because I was going to say it.
2015, granted, the Carolina Panthers is at the epitome. We're at the tip of the spear of sports, not just football. We are transcending. That was like, they didn't have group celebrations. They didn't, like, the dad was like, I was the thing.
He was the story in the NFL, was Cam Newton. He's dad, and we're undefeated going into Thanksgiving.
2000, we played America's team, Tony Romo and the Dallas Cowboys. We were also undefeated, right? At the end of that game, my intermediate family, my mom and my dad was still there. They didn't get they wasn't able to come fly back to Charlotte until the next day. We're on the flight. So to your point where it's like, what could you go back to? Those flight after end of a game is nothing matched. We would have like our beatbox, and we would have like, they would smuggle, alcohol in, and they, we would have like a time, right? Yeah. And it was simple. It was like, yo, I'm starving. I heard somebody say that. It was Derek Anderson, my backup, but a guy who, they got me. I'm a kid from College Park. I'm a city boy. I'm like one of the gutter motherfuckers that you can't fuck with. But
College Park?
College Park, bro. Like, real talk. But to be understood by a white person, that's a whole nother story in itself. When he said, bro, I'm starving right now, I was like, bro, it's Thanksgiving. And Greg echoed it. He was like, Kara, the kids aren't here.
They were in Dallas too. They came to the
Everybody was coming the next following day. So the eve of Thanksgiving, I said, yo, y'all come over to my house. Granted, it's 1 a.m. when we land back in Charlotte. After beating the Dallas Cowboys, I was like, yo, bro, come with me. I called my auntie, which is my mom's twin. I say, Auntie Gail, can you warm up some food? Oh, I'm cooking it now, so y'all can come over, boom. And I said, I got some teammates coming. She didn't know who it was. I got Greg Olson and DA. They came over, and the joy on their faces when they taste
it was amazing.
The food.
I've never had anything so good. No offense to my wife.
It was like, yo, like, what the fuck?
You know the
deal.
deal.
It was one of those.
We all know.
We know.
It was the soul food. Yeah. But this is the thing, though, and he forgot this moment. I was so protective of that year that I didn't want to I hated the attention. Unwanted attention. People see the way I dress and the energy, like, that's natural. That's who I am. But I didn't want to go into my personal life. My girlfriend at the time came downstairs. They were eating.
This is great. I know what you're gonna say. I remember all of this.
And Greg is like,
crushing.
What the
juiciest turkey you've ever had, stuffing, you name it. It was unbelievable.
He's eating and he's trying to process, like, what the fuck seasoning is this? Yeah. On top of, like, hey, that's Cam's girl. Wow, she's pregnant. Like, no, she's pregnant.
Like pregnant.
Like, what the fuck, Cam? Like, why haven't you been telling me this? And that moment, it's like Thanksgiving is happening, and I was like, bro.
Having a baby.
We're having a baby. And that whole...
It was awesome.
That time was something that is like, if I could pause, and if I can just tell myself, Cam, enjoy this. Because when you think about your journey in the NFL, you're going to miss not the celebrations, not the dabs. It's these stories that you're going to tell.
Yep.
Kara, Tate, like little cheeks, like
My
the
son, little
twins.
TJ, we still call him, Cam used to call him Cheeks when he was little. He had these little chubby cheeks. Now he's 11 and he's 5'3". He's like a grown man.
These things, that's what you miss most. Those stories when you guys are like up and coming and you're excited because he gets a break and he's excited because you get a break. I see Greg, and when I seen Greg and Cara, I think y'all were just married. I seen him build his family. You see what I'm saying? Like they seen Cam from The Bachelor to like, yo, bro, like Chosen's here. Like we still have that rocking chair by the way.
The Auburn one?
Like, bro, yes.
So we made him a rocker.
Like these, like we have real emotions, and that ability to go direct to consumer.
Yeah, it's awesome.
To tell people those stories.
Our story is me and him driving to the Brea Improv, and he goes, you burp a lot. And I went, really? And he goes, you burped like 15 times. I didn't realize I had acid reflux. So that's our story.
There you go.
Happy Thanksgiving, man.
Hey, 2 a.m. Thanksgiving at Cam's house, made by his aunt, is an experience every person in the world, especially white people, should experience. Because it was life-changing. I called my wife and I was like, I don't know what I just ate. A lot of the things I had never heard of or seen before.
Turkey legs. It was not turkey. It was
no, it didn't even taste like turkey. It was not
turkey legs.
I don't know what it was, but it didn't taste like things that I had grown up eating, and it was a life-changing moment.
That's awesome, dude.
Fellas,
man, this has been everything I wanted it to be.
Bro,
you got to realize we watch you all the time.
We got to definitely.
Thank you.
Listen,
this is amazing.
How long are y'all here?
We have a show tomorrow night at the MGM Grand Garden Arena. If you want to come out, please come out, both of you.
I leave tomorrow night.
We leave Sunday.
Leave tomorrow night.
So that means tonight, we got to burn fucking Vegas.
Hey, we got a pump, pass, and kick contest we're doing at the MGM Garden Arena at
6 o'clock.
6 o'clock.
No, listen.
Stop in. Throw a fucking
Las
ball
Vegas,
at
Nevada.
head.
This is the thing, like, I live. You think I give a damn about you jumping and telling me I got time to go? Like,
this is the best.
I don't give a fuck. Like,
buddy.
Be a lot
Are you out of your fucking mind?
Listen, you're fucking up his
I'll
sesh
ruin
right
that.
now, bro.
I'm Bert Kreischer. I'll ruin all the shows.
Yeah, this is the thing. We need this continuity. We need this session.
Yes.
And to learn, I feel like a Vegas commercial where it's like, you guys are at the craps table and you guys would go, oh my God, you guys celebrated. Then it's like, all right, bro. All right, cool. Hey, it's nice meeting you. What you say your name? Bert? All right, cool. All right, what's your name? Greg? All right, you guys leave. And it's like, no, bro. Like, we got to just stay in this moment for as long as we can. So I'm definitely linking up with some of you motherfuckers tonight.
Love it.
Please.
Vino, Cigar, we got to light it. Put it up in the air.
Let's light it.
Awesome.
I'll light it right now.
I've
I think we're
been
walking
waiting
out.
to come on this show,
Bro.
I'm just mad I never came
bro.
on Funky
No,
Fridays.
you're coming. No.
I need to come on Funky Fridays I can't keep up with all the shows. I can't.
Before the rising of the sun. But this ain't me in the shotgun. This me in front of your TV having a whole lot of fun. I would always divert to, my good partner in crime, Peggy here, but I don't need no introduction with these two gentlemen. Now, I just went on your podcast, and we can agree to disagree or agree to both say we can really be friends now. You love to see me?
That's what I'm saying. I always loved you, but now I'd love to embrace you, and then you hit the ground.
I hated you embracing me during a game.
Yeah, they're like, do you hate Cam Newton? Does Cam Newton hate you? I was like, I got nothing but love for him. He fed my kids' plates a few times. Like if they say, how much money have you made? It's probably at this point like $750,000 a sack.
Okay, you're speeding now. You're speeding.
That's about $4 million right now.
You're speeding. And to the person that you're talking to right now, I would admonish you to bring out your app. Because if you're getting into this space of media, I've grown to learn from afar, indirectly as well as directly, to understand this man's craftsmanship in media. Dan Patrick.
Good to be here. And then I found out we got cigars, but we can't smoke cigars.
It's like dangling the carrot in front of the mule.
I brought you tequila. Can't drink tequila.
No, he can't drink tequila. Don't worry about it. I'll
But
try
you
it
can
for
drink
him.
the tequila.
I'm gonna tell him about the notes.
No, when I brought it in, they go, well, you can't drink that in there. I said, it's for Cam Newton. They go, all right, take it.
Oh, that's heavyweight. That's heavyweight.
Yeah,
No.
yeah.
Dan, when did you find your groove in media?
Probably when I left ESPN, because it's probably, the analogy would be you're on a great team, but the team is what gets the credit. So you could be a really good player on the Patriots. They're winning Super Bowls, but it's about the Patriots. And those 4 letters, ESPN, I mean, those are large letters. And I thought I needed to get out and kind of figure out if I could do it on my own and if I could get better, because I had kind of plateaued there. And then we got out, and then we were doing the show in my attic for 3 years. So I went from ESPN SportsCenter to doing the show in my attic. So when somebody says, wow, you know, what happened to you? They were right, I'm doing the show out of my attic. But it brought me closer together with my guys. And then I just felt like, chemistry is that tricky word. But when it works, it's not tricky, it's real. And then we kind of found our spot, what we wanted to do, what we wanted to say, how we wanted to say it. And now it's been 17 years.
Now, with you in this growth of ESPN, was it because of a contract dispute? Or refresh our memory to why it didn't work?
They were offering me a 5-year contract. So I'd been there 18 years. And my wife said, your kids are going to be out of the house. So they were 9 through 15. And I'm kind of listening to her that morning. And she goes, you got 3 daughters, you got to be around. And I said, oh no, I'm around. I'm signing a 5-year contract. I'm a TV star. Like, what are you talking about? And so I drove up to ESPN that morning, 55 minutes, driving, playing music, not thinking about it. I get in, I go upstairs, 2nd floor, I go to my boss's office, and he said, all right, what's it gonna be? Take it or leave it. And I paused, and I said, I'm gonna leave it. He said, what? I said, I'm gonna leave it. He goes, oh, so you're not gonna stay here? And I go, no. So I have to convince myself right there in the moment. It's live.
Yeah.
And I walked outside, and I called my wife, and I said, hon, I just quit ESPN. She said, okay. I said, no, I just quit ESPN, hon.
No, that's a big deal.
Yes.
Right.
But she said, if we have to sell the house, we'll sell the house.
Right.
Jeez.
She understood it. I didn't.
She saw the vision.
Yes, she did. And I remember it hit me so hard because to be really good sometimes at anything, you got to be selfish.
I mean, complete selfish.
And I was selfish until she made me realize, and then you feel so shitty that you're like, man, you were selfish. I mean, but it got to me to where I could leave ESPN and start this on my own. But I remember coming home, and the kids didn't know if to celebrate or not. I walked in the kitchen. They're there at the kitchen table. Silence. I walk in. My son, who was 15, he goes, Dad, is this a good day?
Wow.
And I said, this is a great day. And they started banging on the kitchen table.
There we go. Yeah.
And then I'm like, this is what I'm supposed to be doing. So we did the show from my house, and it was wonderful because it got me back to the basics of this is what it's supposed to be about,
right.
Man. It's not about the bright lights and all of that. It's about how do you communicate? How do you do your job? And it humbled me, made me hungry, and I was going to prove that I was going to be successful after leaving ESPN.
Cam, what else do you need to do to cement your career?
So, in the pantheon of pass rushers, because there's to be clear, as defensive end, there's edge rushers and then there's defensive ends. To be clear, there's the skinny guys who all they do is run up the field and get sacks, which is great, or they're just focused on negating 1st and 2nd down and just getting to 3rd down every play.
And then there's the defensive ends who love each and every down. I look forward to, those 4-eye techniques where you split a guard and a tackle.
But are there still defensive ends in the NFL?
Absolutely. Me, there's a few of us. There's me. Brent Urban is actually one of them over at the Ravens. Right. They call them the 3-4 type ends, right? The guys that live on first and second down and then move in towards the edge.
Is it safe to say the DN evolution is almost like what we've seen at the running back position as the running back evolution? Running back evolution was first and second down running back and a third down
running back, right.
For you, you're the guy that's an every down DN.
Need it.
And there's a situation where it's like we got a rush in
right.
and a run stop
right.
DN. The Pantheon,
right, absolutely.
Your word, not mine.
Right.
You don't come off the field.
Absolutely not.
That's a pride thing that I've seen firsthand.
Absolutely.
Like you see different shifts and different quadrants come in. Where did that come from?
Man, that's just looking at what I want to accomplish. I was given first and second down. Right, I got drafted 24th overall in New Orleans back in 2011. Given first and second down, I had to earn third down. My rookie year
with Will Smith.
Will Smith was on one. Then they had Charles.
Rest in peace, by the way.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah. They had whatever his name was. Whatever we called him, White Lightning, white defensive end on the other side. His nickname was White Lightning when I walk in.
Wait, why did we forget the white guy?
Yeah, Jeff Charleston was his name. And then, of course, there was a upcoming pass rusher and Junior Gillette, and that was their third down package, right? And I came in, and they were like, hey, you get first and second down. You stop the run. But this is what we picked you up for. I was like, I thought you picked me up because I'm a complete player. When we sat down and talked about it, you're like, we can't wait to see you on the edge. And now you're telling me differently. And I walked in, and they're like, oh, what's up, third base? What's up? Like, because I'm a legacy kid. Pops played in the league for 13 years. I walk in the building, and I'm not catching the love that you catch during the draft day.
You got to earn it.
Right? I walk in, third base. Oh, what you want? You want first? You want everything, don't you? Yeah, and I'm going to take everything. I was like, but that's okay. Like, it was like, and I'm not even going to be swung on it. Third base. Oh, no, it's not even third base. Roman Harper, of course, him and Malcolm Jenkins, big chipping in the background. Bro. No, third base, that's this guy. He didn't get a gold spoon. He was given a diamond spoon when he was born.
Diamond.
I'm like, bro, say what you want. I got hands for days for everybody.
Let's fight.
I'm with everything. Your brother was there. Cecil was there.
No,
you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So my first camp, I'm in the thick of things. I'm taking reps with 1s, 2s, 3s on special teams. And I'm like, y'all really got me twisted. Like, I'm really going to be the best player you've ever had, and there's nothing differently.
Did third base stick?
No, hey, third base is close enough to home. Get me home. Call me home plate.
But when did they stop calling you third base?
I mean, literally as a rookie situation. So they were trying to break me mentally. Because in 2011, you didn't have to worry about everybody's feelings. 2011 was a different time where you still had that old locker room where it's like they're trying you at every level to see if you're going to respond. Now people are able to break and say, sensitivity's real now.
Does that player still exist through a young player?
Now it's transformed.
Where you say, like, I wanted to prove, I wanted to show that third base or that diamond spoon. No.
I embrace mine. Yeah, I'm a suburb kid.
Now you got kids come in entitled.
For sure.
You see the good rookies versus the entitled bad rookies.
Absolutely.
Where's the state of the young player now?
I alluded to it earlier. I was like, the sensitivities are real now. Now it's like, worry about how I'm feeling today. Like, and it's a different. And as a leader, now I'm not in a position to be like, hey, shut the hell up. This is what we have to do. Right. Now we're in a position. Hey, where are you coming from? Let me know your mindset. Know your heart. Let me know how you play the game. Because it's a different thing. Now you're not expecting them to fit the mold. You're acquiescing to now needs. Because as a leader, I want to bring out the best in you. And you know what? If I'm telling you, like, this is the shit that we gonna do today to make us better, and you're not taking it the right way, I'm perfectly fine with conforming. I'm like, let me pull out the best in you some other way.
Then I'll ask you this question. You've been covering sports for such a long time. Most iconic moments of a Super Bowl, the Super Bowl's anticipation. Give me the top 3 that you could say, I just can't wait for this game to be played.
Well, I'll go back to when Seattle was playing the Patriots, and I'm down on the goal line. I'm underneath the goalpost.
That was in Glendale.
Yeah.
Was that in Arizona?
And then I'm gonna hand out the Super Bowl trophy. So I think I'm handing it out to Seattle. I think Pete's gonna be up there, and Marshawn's going to be up there, and Russ is going to be up there, and I'm underneath the goalpost. and I see Russ go back. He's getting ready to pass, and I said, "Oh shit," because the last thing you want to do is throw the pass over the middle. I figure it's a run pass option to the right. That way you throw it out of bounds, or maybe you run it in. And I just remember watching it, and then Malcolm comes darting in. Now I think he just knocked it down. So now in my mind, I'm still thinking, okay, what questions am I going to ask Pete Carroll? Is Paul Allen, the owner, going to be there? So all these things. Malcolm comes up with football. Now, in my mind, nobody is thinking this because nobody else is handing out the trophy. And I'm going, okay, I got Tom, I got Bill. Is Malcolm going to be up there? Is Edelman going to be up? Like, I'm running through the Rolodex here.
Complete flip.
And I just remember, and it happened so quickly.
So fast.
They bring that podium out, commissioner's there, boom. And next thing you know, you're standing up there, and it felt like 5 minutes earlier, I'm ready for Seattle to be up there.
The colors of the confetti hat, like.
Well, the same thing happened with the Steelers and the Cardinals.
Yeah.
Larry scores the touchdown.
Yes.
I'm standing on the sidelines with Steve Young. Now I'm thinking, okay, Bidwell's the owner, gonna have to talk to him, Kurt Warner, Larry Fitzgerald, so I don't know, maybe somebody else will be thrown in there. And then Ben gets the ball, 2-minute drill. So Steve Young's there walking with me, and he's doing play-by-play. He's telling me what you should do. So he's doing a tutorial on a 2-minute drill while I watch the 2-minute drill, and I watch Ben lead them down, throw the touchdown pass. Now I'm up there with the Steelers on the podium. So those are crazy moments that I've been fortunate to watch. And hopefully we get that kind of, frenetic pace at the end, because we spend so much time on the Super Bowl. And all I care about is that I didn't waste your time this week.
Right.
Like, that's all I hope for. So if you said it's Niners win by 1 in the last second, great. Kansas City win. I don't have any rooting interest. Right. I want content.
Yeah.
Rooting interest. I
got rooting interest too. Just think about this. You talk about Super Bowl moments. You've been to a Super Bowl. And what I consider a Hall of Fame career for you, possible Hall of Fame career for you, do you think what's going to hold you back from that is a Super Bowl? And why is it that we accredit a Super Bowl as an accolade for a maybe beyond a quarterback, clearly for defensive ends or whatever it is? But why would you think that a Super Bowl may hold you back from a Hall of Fame, should be Hall of Fame career?
I don't think that. My approach is more or less, what do you care most about, impact or championships? I think as a team player, you would say championships, right? But the reality is when you put a microscope to great teams, you have to find those individuals who held their end of the bargain. Absolutely. And for me, for what I've did in the sport of football, I think I held my own to that merit. And there are so many different determining factors in sports. When I think about those two examples that you said, where would Ben Roethlisberger be without Santonio Holmes' effort to not only stretch and catch, but keep his feet on the ground, right? His tippy toes.
Wow.
Pac-Man.
2024.
That's my dog.
Yeah,
like,
absolutely.
for sure. Like, that was my idol growing up.
Love it.
That's another story. But also, where would Brady be without Malcolm Butler and that play happening?
Or Vinatieri.
And Vinatieri. And the tuck rule. And all these different determining things that I'm saying, I can't get caught into the championships or the Super Bowl talk without saying I held my end. I was the teammate that you could trust in the time of need. So
absolutely.
Most impactful quarterbacks, though.
Oh, see, when you talk about quarterback play, I'm leaving. Nope, don't want to hear about it. I appreciate you, my boy.
Appreciate you.
Thank you, Cam.
Hopefully, Derek Carr next year we hit the Super Bowl.
You were saying what?
Most impactful. Let me go to the other side.
Yes, sir.
Most impactful quarterbacks.
Yes, sir.
So looking at through the lens that you look at it, who else is on that level where you were a game changer or an impact player? How many of those quarterbacks?
Ever or now?
You can run down the list. Well, how many now? You got Mahomes?
Mahomes.
That's it. Is Lamar a game changer?
For sure.
Okay.
I think Lamar, just like Patrick, need guys around him to also not have the moment be too big.
See, I think sometimes impact quarterbacks either don't rely or they try to do too much. Like Josh Allen tries to do too much.
At times.
Yes. But that's where he gets in trouble sometimes.
That was me.
Yes. Yes.
That was me. And I have always been open to that merit. Like, yo, the great ones know when to cut it on and when to cut it off. I had a perfect example this morning when I was on First Take, and they talked about Brady being a game manager. And I said elite. I had an opportunity to have access to a vault of film that normal people wouldn't have, being in New England. And the hardest thing for me was trying to learn a 20-year algorithm in a playbook in 2 months.
Yeah.
So I taught myself how to watch their film and see who's did. I would have a photogenic person mental, so if I see it, I can see how he has to. What I saw Brady do was better than anything I've ever seen because he was going through his reads faster than people were actually moving. So even though you can already know I'm just looking here just to buy time, but I'm throwing this check down the whole time. When you go back and you look at the Carolina Panthers and the New England Patriots Super Bowl run, Brady did not throw a ball over 10 yards probably once or twice in that final drive. It was a check down, it was another check down, it was another check down. These are things that you don't think, you just think about the heroics of Tom Brady being Tom Brady.
But even with the check down,
right,
the defense knows you're going to check down,
yeah,
right? They're assuming
it's called a check to rally, right? The defense don't want, they always say this word of don't bite the cheese, meaning Dan's right there in front, there's a defender in between, but I'm looping behind him. I will give Dan that completion rather than Cam coming 15 yards behind me. So we'll rally to Dan to tackle him, check down. But what you're not understanding is that check down would have missed tackle, a 4-yard, 8-yard gain, broke tackle, now it's a chunk play. So with that whole understanding of football, to take what the defense gives you, a lot of check down Charlies or game managers, they know when to say, okay, I'm a shoulder roll. I know you see Dan. The great ones are able to say, I know when to take my chances.
Because Mahomes, it felt like, certainly this year, the defense is just said, you're not getting behind us.
You're not.
And if you don't have Tyreek Hill, so now that's where everything's in front, but Patrick is still able to be Patrick.
Going back to that point with the determining factors, had his receivers upheld their end of the bargain, they cost him an MVP. Because when you think about the numbers, right? The MVP is a popularity contest with numbers.
Yeah.
His numbers didn't match previous years.
Yeah.
But the drop passes were higher than recent years. There was opportunities for him to be great or opportunities for his team to have success, right? But you still need people to catch it. You still need time to throw it. You still need, other guys to uphold their end, the defense to do their job as well. And that's where the sustainability for Patrick to be able to say, without, it's me, that I can bring this best version of my teammate out. There's times where they got it, and there's times that they didn't.
Well, he's competing against himself. Tom was competing against himself. LeBron's competing against himself. Jordan was, the great ones get to a point, and then who's your competition? Me. Because now we look at you and go, wait a minute, you only threw 28 touchdown passes.
Correct.
You throw 40.
40.
Therefore, you had a bad year.
Correct.
Brady throws for, 55? Now what do you do the next time? Or Peyton throws for. So it felt like, or feels like, certain players, you get to a point where your legacy is what you bring out on the field every day. Every game.
That was the thing. I think it was Dave Gettleman, my GM at the time, and he gave me this article in our year in review. It was Brady. And it was football is a 365-day sport. That was the article. And Dave Gettleman told me there's a difference between a football player and a professional football player. And Cam, in order for your career to go to that next level, you have to be a professional football player. I said, okay, what else? You have to find a way to have sustained success. The great ones, it's a you versus you thing. 2015, that was a me versus me thing, and I felt as if there was a lot of other things, but the legacy was hit because that sustained success wasn't matched the following year.
Yeah.
And I've always battled this narrative. As a franchise quarterback, we can't put you in harm's way like that. But I would say I feel comfortable running the football. I never hurt my shoulder or hurt any injuries outside the pocket. It was inside the pocket. Lance Frank, I was scrambling inside, moving around inside the pocket. My shoulder was impacted after an interception that got called back, and I landed wrong. And then obviously you've seen the T.J. Watt hit to re-injure it again. Like, that was inside the pocket. That wasn't outside the pocket. So when people always critique my game, it's like, oh, he's a running back, or you can't run your quarterback on 4th and 1, 3rd and inches. That's where I felt comfortable at. And the thing about Lamar Jackson is I would hate for him to start feeling the need to play like somebody. It's you versus you. You're changing the merit and the narrative how we judge quarterbacks. So Patrick Mahomes, for him, I would hate for Patrick Mahomes to feel like, oh, I need to add this to my repertoire. No. Being great in anything can be boring.
But did it come too easy for you at times? College?
No.
Because I always thought with Kyler Murray, he was unbelievable in high school.
Yes.
Win a Heisman in college. Took him a little while to get, move past Baker and show he could play. Then he's now asked to be like, now you got to be 365.
Right.
And that's where I wondered if he would make that commitment to be 365. And I think his future, his success, will be
365 meaning?
All year round. Every day.
Oh, yes, sir.
Tom Brady, 365.
Yes,
like, you got to, how dedicated are you? Because you can only get by for so long with so much talent.
With natural talent.
Yes.
Right. So 365 for me was always, I didn't have to deal with it in college because I think in college there's still we got to get our best guys the ball. We're going to feed you. There was multiple times in games in college where Coach Malzahn would tell me, we're going through you. You're the only option here. We're going through you. And even when I got to the league, I would have conversations with Rob Trzynski, Mike Shula, Norv Turner. Like, I feel comfortable with running the ball.
Yeah.
I'm okay. There were times where they heard more pressure about me running than I felt that I should run.
Yeah.
And that's where I knew I wasn't going to have a 15-year career. I knew I wasn't going to have a 20-year career.
When did you know this?
This was year 2, year 3. I knew this because the way my style of playing. But I thought it would be me running rather than me in the pocket. You see what I'm saying? I thought it was going to be me running, listening to the pundits. Oh, you can't run the ball more than your running back. But had I just stuck to my guns and said, Coach Rivera, no, run me more because it's efficient. It keeps me tied into the game. I feel more focused, tired when I'm fresh. And it's a weird obsession, right? It's like when I'm fresh, the first play of the game to throw the ball, I'll be erratic. When I'm tired, it forces me to focus more on my mechanics, right?
I remember being at the Denver game, and they roughed you up.
Yeah.
When you ran, it felt like they were coming after you, and they were willing to take a 15-yard penalty.
Right.
I think
that was the kickoff game 2016.
Yes, it was. And you took a beating.
Right.
I think you also, in a game against Washington, I just remember it felt like any opportunity to get you, whatever it took. and those linebackers were coming after you. And they got flagged, I think. They might have gotten fined for it, but they were coming after you, and I was like, does that hurt? How much does that hurt when you get hit by these guys?
So it's many ways to skin a cat. And what I would do in the off season, I would do self-scouts of me. I would run into people at, Radio Rows or in the off season, would see them, and I would ask them this: how did y'all prepare for me? How did y'all get prepared for the Carolina Panthers? And surprisingly, this answer was more prominent than people gave it.
But they were telling you what they did?
They would say, you stop Cam Newton.
Yeah.
Do not let Cam get excited. You have a more chance, especially at home. I knew what my gift was. I had this addictive personality to say like, yo, I just got a 2-yard rush for a touchdown. It was my job to ignite the crowd. Everybody didn't think that was a asset. I seen Steve Smith do it. That's where I learned to get everybody involved, because now your teammates see it. Everybody feels that energy where it's like, okay, I like that. So for me, that self-scout came by way of people saying, we can't let Cam get involved. We got to take Cam out. Hell or high water. And even with Cam Jordan, he would say, playing the Carolina Panthers during Cam Newton's stint, take Cam Newton out of it, then force other players to emotionally charge the team and the stadium. It's a different team.
By the way, guys under 5'10" that you wouldn't want to fight, Steve Smith is on that list.
Yes.
Yeah. I saw him coming out of the hotel lobby, and I'm like, wouldn't want to mess with you.
He had this pit bull-like mentality that there was guys in my career, Dan, I'm not going to lie. I studied them more than I gave them credit for, or they knew. I seen how he came in every single day. I seen how he practiced. Luke, I seen how he prepared. I took those things. I see you, right? I see you from afar, and I see your content, and I study it. And it's like one of those things where I have this obsession with like, okay, but why? How does he eliminate pause, right? And even for you, not a lot of people in sports or in media, it's like everybody can close their eyes and everybody says a word. Your voice inflection is iconic and it's right. Oh, that's Dan Patrick.
Yeah.
But
I don't think about it.
Right.
I never worked on my voice, but I also, I knew that I had to know more. And so when you're giving me an answer, I'm listening to your answer.
I see it.
But I'm also, like the first thing I thought of when you were talking about, did it come easy to you? At what point did you say, I'm better than Tim Tebow, but I'm not going to start? When was that? When you were in college, did you think you were better than Tim?
I knew I was.
Okay.
There was an incident that happened where Tim was quicker than me, he wasn't faster than me. Tim was stronger than me, but he wasn't more elusive than me. And there was a time where it was not a scuffle, but it was just a challenge where he's testing me. Tim. And after that, I had to prove to myself that he must know, he must feel me. He must know that if circumstances was different, I know you know that I'm capable. I had a conversation with my father, and I told him, I said, Pop, the way you raised me was never to hate or to never want somebody to get hurt. I was in a situation where I had to have Tim Tebow get hurt in order for me to play. And I didn't like that spirit that I was in. And that's what was the first phases of me. I was seeing him in practice. And I'm saying to myself, as a 17, 18-year-old kid, and I was so confused. And I'm like, he throws a slant, I throw a slant. He run down, I run down. He does this, I do that. And I'm questioning, am I tripping?
Like, are they not seeing this?
Are they not seeing this?
Yeah.
And this was not just a practice. This was a body of work. This was a off season. This was training camp. This is okay. In preparation for the season, the second team group was also flawless like the first team group, but then I'm also getting the scout team reps, and then that's being ran flawless too. And I'm saying to myself, I'm like, yo, when will I ever have an opportunity to show the world this? I wouldn't. Tim Tebow was the youngest Heisman Trophy winner at that particular point in time. So Dan Mullen or Urban Meyer at that time to replace him for me? No, that's not happening. I must then leave because I knew in order for me to sprout, I needed a new location in the garden. So that's what it really came down to. But going back to the indirect obsession, I was obsessed of how Tebow prepared. Tebow knew he wasn't the most athletic, but he worked harder than everybody.
And in this business, and I know that you look for advice or you're trying to understand what takes me to the next level.
Yes, sir.
The only way you'll be great is that you ask those questions. You look at somebody, you see how they do it, why do they do it, the direction of your questions. Your questions are close-ended. Your questions should be more of why and how and where and who, because now I get you talking. And the more you talk, the more you're playing into my hands. Because if I give you a question, I say, were you better than Tebow? And you go, yes. I would ask you, why were you better than Tim Tebow? Now I get you talking. Now you might give me something. Now I get to reload, and I'm coming right back at you.
Right.
But you might know all the answers. But the trick is you have to play as if you don't have all the answers. And that's hard to do because your ego, if somebody says, wait, you don't understand that kind of defense? Well, you want somebody who plays that defense to tell you why that defense is successful. But if you go, hey, I'm going to tell you about your defense, isn't that right? And the person goes, yeah. That's not good TV. That's not good radio. Get people talking, because I'm going to listen to one word or two words you say, and now I'm coming after you. But not in a mean way.
No.
It's
craftsmanship.
It's there.
And that right there, for me, when I first came on your platform, I felt that. I sensed it, And I'm saying to myself, even having this conversation, there are certain times where, you've been in situations where you go on people and as you're talking, they're looking down, or they're talking and they're rambling and they're saying, okay, I'm going to get to this one. When I'm talking to you, Mr. Dan, you're looking okay, when it's almost like playing Frogger. Right? In that traffic game where traffic is on, traffic goes okay, now when can I jump right here? But to jump right back there, and that's the thing, and that's
But you should be doing this before the guest gets on. And then all that is now it's not like having a wristband that helps you with the plays.
Right.
But if you need it, it's there. I always felt like it's disingenuous to you that I need that to talk to you. And if I've done my homework, I have a basic knowledge of what I want to get, where I want to start, what's my middle, and what's my end. Now, it doesn't always go that way.
And it may go the end first, and then the middle.
It could be. Yeah. If you sat down, the first question I would ask you is, what kind of watch is that? Because you're not expecting that. So now I have you thinking about something else. I'll get back to all the other stuff. You're a Hall of Famer, all that stuff. Is that a Hublot? Tell me what
inspired you? Right, correct.
Now I get you talking about something that you may really love.
Right.
What kind of mood does a cigar put you in?
Right.
Why do you like wine? Be curious about the person, not I've got these questions I got to ask you. We'll get around to Brock Purdy, but these other ones help people understand who you are.
And they get comfortable.
Yes, that's what I want.
Or uncomfortable.
Well, I'm going to make you squirm a little bit, but then I can always, it's like a hot air balloon. Sometimes it gets pretty high, and you look down and you go, I'll be damned. Now I'll bring you back down.
Right.
You're okay. You all right? Comfortable? Right. Balloon starts to go up a little bit, maybe a little uncomfortable. bring it back down a little bit. I never want you, it's like pitching. I never want you to go, I know what's coming. Might be a curveball, might be a fastball, might be a changeup.
Right.
You're still at the plate. I respect you at the plate. Now I got to decide how I want to get something out of you.
But how is it when, have you ever felt like you were doing somebody a disservice?
There are times when I have to ask a question. I feel like I have to ask a question, and I don't want to ask that question. Like Barry Bonds. You know, he didn't want to talk about steroids, but you can't have Barry Bonds on without, he doesn't have to answer it. But I can even say, why don't you want to talk about that? So whatever he says, he might tell me something there that allows me to go sort of side door, back door, and then get something out of him. You know, your trainer went to prison. How did you feel when he went to prison on your behalf? So now I've got to shift it a little bit to ask you a question that you know is coming, but I can't let you know how I'm going to ask that question.
Correct.
So that's really the key. I may know you got the ball and you're coming at me.
Correct.
But I don't know if you're going up the middle, out, outside, whatever those things are.
Right.
Or you might decide to pass. But you have to study your subject. You have to understand. I can see your body language. I can tell even when at the very end of the interview we had, and you were like, tell me what you think of me.
Right.
But I didn't have the time to tell you what I thought of you. Therefore, you said, oh, I'm doing the Euro. And it was a great comment. And that's why I said, I'm going to Wembayama you.
Correct.
Like, I'm going to get it out of here. But it wasn't a disrespect as much as I appreciated you asking the question. Right. I just didn't have the time. And I said, I don't have the time.
To properly explain.
Yes.
And I've gotten myself in, not necessarily in shit, but I've realized over this weekend, and I had this epiphany when I was talking to Kimberly Martin. It wasn't nothing against her or her statement where she said, never mind the outfit real quick. I realized that being on a major network, you have more airtime. I'm delivering a message with an hour and 30 minutes of airtime. If Stephen A. Smith says, I don't like Dan Patrick, on one show, he can then go to the next show and say, hey, I just recently said, I don't like Dan Patrick, and I'm going to tell you why. Yeah.
Well, he's got his podcast that he can go on.
He has so much airtime to be able to say why and bring it to perspective. When I said what I said about the game changer versus game manager, it wasn't that it offended people. People didn't know where I was coming from. And once I explained that, it happened yesterday, it's clear as day. Warren Sapp sat right there and he said, yo, I see what you're saying now. Because he defended his quarterback. He said, let me tell you what you're not going to do. You're not going to talk about my coach. You're not going to talk about my owner. You're not going to talk about my quarterback. And I said, that's fine. I said, but your quarterback was a game manager. Brad Johnson, no, he wasn't. I said, well, I'll tell you why. When I think about the 2000 Tampa Bay Buccaneers, the first person that comes to mind is not Brad Johnson. And that's not to say he's not a great player or a good player, right?
That's where we talk about quarterbacks winning. But then when somebody wins and they're not a great quarterback, then we don't give him any, like Trent Dilfer doesn't get any question.
Correct.
He doesn't get any credit, right? Brad Johnson gets no credit. Certain guys that you go, yeah, but.
Yeah.
And that's going to be the case with Brock Purdy. If they win, I maintain he's got to win 2 Super Bowls before people give him credit for 1 Super Bowl. Just to prove that, hey, great numbers regular season. We see this with the NBA. Giannis put up all these great numbers. Well, you got to win a title. Joker put up all these great numbers. Got to win a title. Now it's Joel Embiid putting up great numbers. Got to win a title. Lamar Jackson, 2-time MVP. You got to win a Super Bowl. That's sort of the progression we have with great players. But when you're not a great player, but you do win something that other great players won, well, you're not in that. You're not allowed in the fraternity.
But when you think about Dan Marino, though,
I think Dan Marino was so far ahead of his time. He was decades ahead of his time. 3 wide, shotgun, quick release. You could beat up the receivers. He threw deep. Dude was a baller, man. He was a badass. Like, if you said I could be a quarterback, the way he played the game, I mean, he couldn't run. I know all that.
Right.
But even more amazing.
Correct.
He just like Duper and Clayton and Nat Moore, and he was a baller, and I appreciated that. So he doesn't win. You know, John Elway, when he lost the first 3 Super Bowls, I said, I still think he's the best quarterback in football. Because that dude could beat you with his arm. He could run. He was clutch.
Had a rocket.
Yes.
Bill Belichick showed us John Elway footage. And I never really had the opportunity to appreciate the past. Belichick was and we got Matt Judon here, but Belichick was a person who he was a teacher of the game, and I respected him the more when there was a instance in football, not just NFL, in football, that he wanted to share with the team, and he educated everybody. He said, no, in this team meeting, we're not going to talk. We're going to go over the schedule. Okay, cool. There's a point where we all need to understand the importance of protecting the ball, or the importance of getting off the field, or the importance of being on like these things in all of football sports. He would come into our quarterback room, and he had a clip already of about 15 to 20 plays of John Elway throwing a dagger combination, which is a 2-man, like, one runs the clear out, and it got a dig coming behind him. And that dagger is around about 15 to 20 yards on an absolute a frozen rope. And it wasn't low. It was like right above the hairline every single time. And he had the long wind up, and it was just, you can hear the sizzle in the, I mean, oh my goodness. It was just something where it's like, yo, like, I see why he was great. I see why he was mentioned for that.
But they would talk about the Elway cross. You know, the football, at the end of the football, to cross. And guys would get hit, and it would leave a mark. The receivers would talk about the Elway cross because he didn't have touch. He was coming. It was like, exactly.
I mean, he was steaming.
Exactly. I know you got other things to do, other people to bring in here. So it's great to talk to you.
Man, I have your information, man, and I'm definitely.
But once again, you got my number. If I can help you, you got questions,
yes, sir,
then I can certainly. But stay curious. Stay curious. And don't be afraid to let your guests tell you something.
Study your subject.
Even if you know the answer.
Yeah.
Don't be afraid. It's like when you talk to your wife or girlfriend. You don't say, how was your, did you have a good day? Yeah. Tell me what was great about your day, hon. Then you get talking. Your kids, same thing. Hey, how was school? Good. What was the best part of school? Get them talking. It's amazing what people tell you when you let them talk. Okay?
Oh, my goodness.
All right.
Thank you. Darren Patrick,
Thank you, ma'am. Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you, brother.
Appreciate you.
Thank you.
Hold on.
Cigar. Oh, got parting gifts here.
Welcome to 4th&1. Well, I always got it done. Bringing facts by the ton before the rising of the sun. But this ain't me in a shotgun. This me in front of your TV having a whole lot of fun. Peggy! We're in the home stretch, Peg.
Come on, bro. We coming around or not?
Who we got, Peg?
What-time Pro Bowler. He be trying to act like he quiet, but he really got a big personality.
Slick.
Matt Judon, what's going on, bro?
I'm good. How y'all doing?
I'm good. You just too cool for school.
Nigga, don't act like that, bro. Look.
I'm a quiet man. Y'all want me to yell on the mic? Y'all want me to yell on the mic? Man?
Stop.
The pants hitting though.
What's the deal with you, bro? How you feeling, bro?
I'm good.
Let's switch watches.
Sweet. Go ahead. All right. You don't really want it, man. You all right.
Listen. What's the ticket on that?
It was a gift to myself, man.
You gifted yourself with the ticket of.
It's priceless. It's priceless. You can look on different websites. It'll say different things.
What was your ticket?
I don't even remember, man. It was a nice car or a house.
I was introduced to you in a way where at that point of your career, that was a step, right?
Yeah.
What was that experience like where you finally were rewarded for, that process?
Man, it was amazing, honestly. And I think leaving the nest, I feel like that was like me leaving home again. I was in Baltimore, I was comfortable. I was doing well over there, but I got kicked out the nest, and I had to learn how to walk and learn a new playbook, scheme, system, new house, environment. And I feel like I thrived over there. I feel like going over there, I made it work. Got connection, got back in my routine, because as a football player, a routine is critical, and like the people that you have around, whether that's trainers, or whether that's masseuses, whether that's chiropractic people to help you out, or PT people to help you out, or I do Pilates, so I had to find a little studio. And so I went over there, I scoped the scene, but then I made it my own. I did it how I wanted to do it, and I felt like I accomplished something by doing that.
What does New England need to do to get back to the New England of old?
I don't think it's never going to be a New England of old. You played against them like it's no other Tom Brady. It's no other Tom Brady, and I think what he done with that team and what everybody did over there, Bill, is special. But to get back into like contention, we need to win games, score points, play better defense, keep people off the board, and everybody need to get better. It's not just one person, and you can't put the blame on one person when we lost how we lost. It's hard to put the blame up. Like if it's a close game and somebody drop a pass, somebody do this, you can be like, all right, that contributed to the loss. They might have won, but in a manner so that we was losing, like it's just not one person. Everybody got to get better.
You knowing and scoping the scene and being there, what is this, your third year?
Yeah.
When did you sense, or did you sense a different version of like what the inevitable was for Bill?
I think it was the writing on the wall. It was like you could see it kind of in RKK face. It's like, man, we got to get better, and I don't know what to do. He like, I got somebody at the helm, and he supposed to be getting us better. And I don't think in his eyes, we weren't. We weren't good enough to compete. And RKK a winner, so he want to win championships. He be in the meetings and everything. So he's around, so he want to win championships. And I think he just thought that was the best thing to do for him, so he can win a championship.
Is Mayo the answer?
I think right now he is. I think it's no better coach that we could have got than Mayo. Somebody that know the building personally from playing, and know the building from being a coach, and knowing the ins and out of the team, knowing or it's just seeing stuff that he might have changed or he might have done different. I think it's nobody better than Mayo.
My last question on these terms: you have an opportunity to make the first round pick for New England. Who you going with?
I'm gonna say best available, but I'll go Judon. If he there, I'll take him. He won Heisman. You can see the arm talent. You can see the leg talent. I feel like you have to have a mobile quarterback now in today's game when stuff break down, and for him to get out of sticky situations. So I'm saying if he's there, I'm taking him, but best available, honestly.
In a given game as a defender, over your years, what is the most frustrating thing that, what frustrates you most during a given game that happens?
I think it'd be like mental errors. And I think you know that too. It don't matter if it's offense, defense, special team. Like mental errors, like if you don't know ads, like we all teammates and we all be hanging out. We all, you feel me? We talk, we do everything. We do almost everything together.
Right.
You know, that brothers can do.
Correct.
And people will go out there and not know what they're doing and just won't ask.
When you hear this, answer it the best you know how. The Patriot way.
Man, I think it's just the grind. I feel like a lot of coaches kind of shifted their mentality to the players, and I feel like we shift our mentality to win. Like, so when you come over here, it's not to make you look glorious. It's not to uplift you. It's not to, put you on the front of magazines and stuff like that, which it could be done if you win. So they glorify winning more over the players' stats and attributes. And that's what I think it is. But it's not easy. It's not easy.
Not on duty.
Yeah.
Not on duty. You're stepping into your realm of businessman Judon.
Yeah.
Talk to me.
I'm opening a restaurant in Victory Park, Dallas, Texas. Right next to American Airways, right off the arena. We serving Southern fusion food, cuisine, but more importantly, we gotta have good food.
Yes, sir.
Nobody gonna come back if you don't have good food.
Yeah.
So we making sure the food is good, but more importantly, we making sure the environment is good. We making sure that if we got Cam Newton coming through, if Cam Newton don't want to be seen, Cam Newton don't got to be seen. And he can still enjoy everything that now 9 has to offer. But if you want to be seen, we can sit you wherever you want in the restaurant.
How did you get to this space? Like, how did you get to, why restaurants?
You know what, and people say it's a tough industry, but I feel like we travel so much, and that's the common thing. We all going to eat. We all going to eat. You break bread with your family, your friends, and so if I can bring that environment and create that niche that people are looking for, have a little live music in there, have good music, and then just have a good taste of the food. That's why.
Can I give you some expertise?
Let me hear it.
People don't really pay for the product more than they pay for the experience.
And see, and our little slogan is a feel-good experience. We want you to come in and have a feel-good experience. And so when you have that, you think about that spot. The food tastes better. You like, okay, I might go there I'm gonna do this every. So that's what we try. That's what we're trying to create.
No, it's essential. And your customer is the most important person in business. Second is your employee. Right?
No. See, I'm thinking. This is how I'm thinking. I'm thinking the customer, but I go a step further. The repeat customer, the customer that comes there all the time. I want to make sure that customer feel like he a part of the family. He a part of the 9. And so when you come there, and we continue to see you, and then that's when we gonna break bread with you. We're not gonna take it another step up, because you should get the best service and the best quality food and everything. But we're going to make sure we see you helping us and coming in and making our establishment better.
I say this, customer obviously first, employee second.
Yep.
The customer is the person that's going to spend the money with you. The employer is going to be the person that's going to have them come back.
Yeah.
That's why they're the second.
Yeah.
See what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like I think in business for me, I'm about to open up my 3rd restaurant. And the thing about it is, it's not about the product more than it's about the experience. It's not about the access more than it's about like, yo, like, I want you to feel like we family. Like,
Yeah.
I want you to know, like, yo, bro, I'm going to go over and beyond to give you what you need. If you need hot sauce, I'm going to have somebody. If we don't have that hot sauce, we're going to find somebody to go get that hot sauce.
Yeah.
And I'm not talking about Matthew Judon. I'm talking about Judon Doe.
Yeah.
You dig what I'm saying?
Yeah. Yeah.
Because Judon Doe is going to be the person that's going to come back more than Matthew Judon.
Yeah.
You see what I'm saying?
Uh-huh.
With that being said, I'm like, there's a lot of things, especially for you, that you would have to know, bro, I have to be very selfless. And there's not a time when I'm in my restaurant that I don't become a servant.
Yeah.
I don't cook.
Yeah.
I don't take orders. But I want my employees to know, I want my customers to know, like, bro, if that's trash on the ground, I can't direct somebody to pick up that trash that's sitting right there. I got to pick that up. I got to just buff a table. I got to do the things that I can do so I can show people, like, damn, like, that's the owner doing that? Yeah. And I'm so, like, let me, you know what I'm saying? Like, that's a standard that you have to set and create. And it happens in all of business. It's like, yo, like this morning, I can't ask Brendan, who runs our social media, or Peggy, who, you know, does a lot of things behind the scenes, to go get Starbucks if I ain't willing to go get Starbucks.
Yeah.
You see what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So it's like everything that I'm asking, I am willing to do in a way that I wouldn't ask you to do it if I wouldn't do it myself.
Yeah.
So that's my 2 cents.
Okay.
Peace and blessings in regards to that, my brother.
Thank you.
Right.
Thank you. I'm gonna call you and tap in when I got some questions and stuff. But
please do it.
You know, we going for it. We going for it. We're gonna try to branch out.
It's a very aggressive market, but once you find your niche and once you master your experience, that's what people want.
Yep.
You know what I'm saying? Think about the Chick-fil-A's of the world. Think about the McDonald's of the world. McDonald's for a long time was the only place, or one of the few places, that had the play place.
Yeah.
And kids were lured to go there because, Mommy, I want to go to the playground. And it was an indoor dome. And it was just like, yo, it smelled like piss, but we love that. You know, it was just dirty. It said you had gum on a slide and sliding down. Like, but it was just, man, we had some bonds of strangers that we was like, yo, bro, where you from? It didn't matter.
Yeah.
But that's what it was, man.
Yep.
As we end things here, Peggy, you good?
Well, I think it's something in place, man, that you got to do, man.
Come here, bro. Give it to me. Pull up on me.
Pull up on me.
So listen, bro. In our world, we usually say, I want to give you your flowers.
Yeah.
But in this case, I want to give you your cigar.
Go ahead.
And not only for the football thing, but I give you a cigar for stepping into this world of business, bro.
Appreciate it.
Peace and abundance.
Thank you, my brother.
And may the damn good graces of the man above to bring you that type of success in the business place. Because it's a different energy, bro. Nobody cares. If anything, you being Matthew Judon is not an asset. It's going to be a liability. This Matthew Judon spot? Oh, no. Like, we got to go to Yelp with this.
Twitter fingers going crazy.
Yelp fingers going to go crazy, yeah. So that's it.
A Google review. I'm going to be yelping myself.
You know what I mean? They already know. This the real Matthew Judon. No, this not the man. You know what I mean? It is. As we hear things right here, bro, one hand out. When I say all together, you got to say one love. All right?
Gotcha.
One finger, one pinky, one thumb, all together.
One love.
Yeah.
Appreciate
You
it.
did, bro. Yes, sir. Welcome to 4th&1. Well, I always got it done. Bringing facts by the time before the rising of the sun. But this ain't me in the shotgun. This me in front of your TV having a whole lot of fun. Peggy!
What happening, bud?
Man, wake up. I ain't been hearing from you, bro. You all
I know,
right?
bro. I'm tapped in, bro. We here all day, bro.
Talk to me.
Strong.
Who we got, Peg?
We got a guest now. A star within himself, owner of AEW.
Thank you.
And the chief football officer for the Jacksonville Jaguars. Tony Khan, how you doing?
I'm doing very well. Thank you very much. I really
when I
appreciate
say
it.
that boy got his own money, he got his own money.
This is great.
Tell me how you doing, bro.
Fantastic. It's so great to be on your show, Cam. I'm doing very well, and I have to say, you have my favorite name for a show ever because I got my start. This is my 13th season in the NFL as an analytics and working in analytics and scouting, and 4th&1 is this thing I probably believe in as much as anyone, and so it's a great name, and that is definitely where you got it done. You're the best.
But I would say this. The analytical part, is it making the game good or bad?
I'll give you great examples of where it can be good. All right, there's multiple players I've identified as using a mix of analytics and scouting, but largely analytics-based, that are for undrafted free agency, which is kind of like where I've kind of carved out over the years where I've done good stuff in the league.
Right.
And so just a good example, we have a player on our roster that we signed out of the draft last year that I called up and signed purely analytics, but also analytics is everything in football's numbers. You know what I mean?
Everything in life is numbers.
Yeah, look at your percentages on 4th&1 and your conversion rates and why that made sense and why all the sneaks you picked up and all the quarterback runs made sense. And I do think analytics has made the game better. I truly do, but I think it has to be implemented well by people who understand and love football. And Mike Hilton's a good example of a player. Mike Hilton now has had a great career. I found Mike Hilton. I signed him for $5,000, and he got cut by the coaching staff. I think I was right on that one, and it's been proven right because he's one of the best nickel corners in the NFL. And we had Mike Hilton, and we cut him in camp. And so I do believe analytics can make it better, but it's all about how it gets used. Jared Wilson had a really good career with us. He made plays in the playoffs against the Steelers, and we won that game, and the Patriots. And it was a good DB out of Michigan that I found with analytics and signed for $7,500 guaranteed after the draft. Wow. And so there's good examples of it. Trey Hernan's been with us for many years out of Vanderbilt, same thing. I do think it can, but again, it's about how it gets used.
I'll tell you this. There's not been a person who I wanted to kind of mimic something and just haven't been. How does your dad get that mustache so healthy, bro?
He's the best. I mean, he's he's a movie character. He's one of the most vibrant, and it's very befitting him that he has such a great mustache, but he's a force of nature. So I think that's how.
So for you, coming into this space of sports, me knowing the NFL for what it is, being a minority in respect of coming into a very sacred fraternity from ownership standpoint. Not all owners are men, but also the representation is masculine. How was that able to happen for you and your family?
What a great question. My father worked his way up. He came from Pakistan with almost nothing, with a few dollars, and went to the University of Illinois and became an engineer and worked his way up, and he ended up building an auto parts company that got so big over the years that he got to fulfill his dream, which was buying a football team, buying the Jaguars. And of course, I grew up loving football in the Midwest, so it was a dream come true for me to be able to watch him make that dream come true, being so close to him, loving him so much. And he made it possible, I think, by growing his business, where he was the first minority NFL owner and
full owner.
Yeah, and full 100% owner. And I think what he's done with the team, now he's built a great infrastructure in Jacksonville and built the brand up in London, where we play at Wembley Stadium, and that's how I think really it's helped the organizational culture, because everybody wants to win for him.
So you have access to these top secret meetings. What goes on in those meetings?
Tell us the team, man.
What, in a league meeting?
No, not the league meeting, the owner meetings.
Yeah, the owners meetings. I'm in the owners meetings. I mean, to be fair, they're privileged and confidential, so I'm saying I'm bound by
the human elements of how many people are able to be a plus. Like your father, for example, obviously with you, when you're having these type of meetings, how many, you have a assistant, do they make those meetings, or do you have like a representative? Do they make those meetings?
It's a great question.
You know,
The
are y'all
league
eating
office,
like
well, the
healthy
league
or-
office. Think about what the league office is, and the league office. The NFL is the most powerful media entity in the world. It's this amazing. You know, then you're one of the great stars of the NFL, and so you've been part of this machine firsthand. It's all 32 teams come together, and then the league office is a representative of all the teams. So then we built this great office that then is really well organized. They sell the TV rights. Big stuff in the meetings. It's like the TV rights, that's the biggest media rights in the world. So it's a really well organized presentations about where we should be putting them. The Super Bowl, this is the biggest Super Bowl ever. And it's going to be the most profitable, biggest Super Bowl ever here in Las Vegas. The business of that, and like how it gets organized, where we go, why, when we, and they do a great job. And the league office is an extension of the 32 teams trying to hire the best people. It's been, I'm in there, and I can tell you there's a ton of time being spent on making it more diverse, on making the office more diverse. And when Roger said like half the people now are women or minorities, that's a big deal.
Yeah,
it's a big deal. Can I ask you a banger for a question?
Yeah, let's go.
Like, are you really
Let's go.
ready?
Yes, sir.
Is marijuana a performance-enhancing drug?
I can't speak to that. Like, I don't think that it is. I don't. It's medical. It's medical or recreational in most of the United States now. So it's hard to say that. But it's a great question. I'm not sure.
So, to that term of, what's the Jacksonville Jaguars' edge for you, Tony? Like, when you say culture, and as I build my media team.
Yes, sir.
I want to create a culture. Everybody knows that I'm trying to create the standard of business.
Yes.
What's your standard of business and culture?
Well, I mean, it starts from the top down. I think my dad sets a really good standard, and I believe we've been searching for the people. I believe we got a great group that is aligned. I really believe in Doug Peterson. I think he's a great guy and a great coach, and people want to play for Doug. I mean, you've played for a lot of coaches, and I've been in the league. This is my 13th season, and for me, Doug is the standard that I've been around. And talk about 4th and 1 again. Doug. Players want to play for Doug, and then when the chips are down, Doug will gamble. And Doug for Trevor, I think Doug is a great mentor. Doug's played in the NFL. Doug's played for teams in the NFL. He's been and coached, and he was. He was Brett Favre's backup quarterback in the Super Bowl, and so he saw the preparation and saw it firsthand, and he also played in the league and also coached at the highest level and has won the Super Bowl as a coach. Everybody respects him, but he's also a great guy.
Absolutely. Last question for me. What does the Jacksonville Jaguars need to get over that hump and being a real contender for years to come?
Well, it's a great question. I think we're on the verge. We had a great 2 winning seasons in a row, and we had a great playoff season and then a great start to this season. And I think we have to finish games in the second half of the season. This past year was important, and I do think we can have a great draft, a great free agency this year, and we're on the verge of doing something really great. I really do believe the buy-in from the fans. We have a great coach. We have a lot of people on the same page, and the roster is really right there. We have a great young quarterback and great players, skilled players around him, and on offense and defense, a lot of talent. So I'm really excited about it.
So, did I see this right? Y'all about to do more enhancements to the stadium?
We hopefully will be. We just built we went from having arguably, to be honest, you'd appreciate this again as a great veteran and star of the league. We went from having arguably the worst practice and having some of the worst offices to having the best. We just built a $120 million facility in Jacksonville adjacent to the stadium, so it's all right there. And now some of the old facilities really only get used now on game day because you're in the stadium, but you don't want to go across the parking lot. But the new office is so good, so it's a lot of things coming together. I think it's an exciting time.
Perfect.
Now that you're not playing, I should try to get you for AEW in the wrestling ring.
Listen.
Get him in there.
I want to
throw him in the ring. You got to contend to go on and get
I will not say
some.
I won't do anything ever. So there's a chance. So you're
great.
telling me there's a chance.
I'll take it. It's like Jim Carrey.
And so from that realm, now it comes down to it must make sense. And when I say sense, my sense don't start with an S. My sense starts with a C.
Okay.
That makes sense.
That makes that's great. Either way, I mean the dollars and cents of it, or however you slice it, I'm just happy to be here as a great admirer of yours to talk football with you. But also, I got to get in the plugs for the AEW on TNT. We started something really special. You know, we built up. You know, we've been competitive neck and neck over the last 4 weeks. 3 out of the last 4 weeks, our show on Wednesday has beat the NBA on ESPN, or AEW Wrestling, which is a brand new league on TBS. And TNT, we got a show here Saturday. I'd love to have, if you're free Saturday night, I bet you have a lot of stuff going on, but we'd love to have you anytime you want to come to the show, Cam, to AEW.
Absolutely. With so much business, are you focused on one, or that keeps you?
I love it. I love having like multiple things that I love and being able to focus on them. And then if there's not, there's always something to do. And I love the work. I love football. Like I said, I right before we went on the air, like I went from being an 80+ hour a week football grinder, like doing stats, going to games all the time, and I still love that part of it. I don't have the 80 hours in the office anymore like I used to, but I'm still a big part of it. And then living my life in London, like running football operations and scouting and data for a Premier League team. Huge part of my life too with Fulham, which I love. So having really the three things that I focus on with AEW wrestling and Fulham and the Jaguars, it always gives me some good business to focus on.
Hit me, Pat.
Ow. Oh, shit.
Well, Mr. Tony, a lot of times in this culture we say the thing, I want to give you your flowers. But in this case, I'm going to give you your cigar.
Yes.
And not for being anything other than relatable. I appreciate that, bro.
Thanks, man.
So I know you're running a lot of businesses. You got a lot of going on. Much success to you and the Jacksonville Jaguars, the AEW, and all the business that you have.
Wow, this is amazing. Thank you so much. I love this. It's so this is it's the 19 and the 10?
1910, Casa 1910.
I love it.
Nicaraguan cigar from out of Mexico. And it has many different layers and options of tobacco leaf.
Hell yeah.
Here we go.
You're the man.
One hand out. One hand out.
Yeah.
Oh, you put your hand out.
We'll put it up.
No.
One hand out.
Hand out.
Come on, Tony.
I know this is the closer.
Okay.
One hand out.
One hand. This hand out.
It doesn't matter. Yes. When
sir.
I say all together, you're going to say one love.
Okay.
All right.
One love.
This is what the analytics is saying.
Yes, sir.
That you say one finger, one pinky, one thumb, all together.
One love.
Let's
go, Tony.
Thank you, Cam.
You did it.
You did it, What a great pleasure. Thank you for having me. This was so awesome.
Welcome to 4th&1, where I always got it done. Bringing facts by the time before the rising of the sun.
What?
But this ain't me in the shotgun. This me in front of TV having a whole louder. Man, listen, I'm fully loaded like a baked potato right now. You dig what I'm saying? Like, I got so many personalities. I got content creators, I got football players, and I got doggone rappers that's all standing on business.
Smell me, SOB.
Listen, bro, like, first, in this world of music, Trey, and I told you yesterday, like, my enrichment to appreciating your body of work was when I went to JUCO, right? Being from, or going to JUCO in Brenham, Texas, I had a smorgasbord of many different Houston, Dallas, Preview, Austin, all of them, College Station, all of them, and everybody fuck with Trey the Truth. What does that mean for you as far as the state of hip-hop or Texas music as a whole?
I mean, for sure, it's a blessing first and foremost, because you got to think, man, when we first started, having 2-3 fans and not knowing what that shit gonna amount up to having the whole state, but not even just the state, just having the streets of America just really behind, you know. you know how many people come up to me on the daily and be like, bro, your music raised me, or what you did influenced everything I got going on now, man. So.
Yeah. But even really for you, like, the harmonization, you feel me?
But you know, so many people nowadays with a lot of upcoming, the younger generation, they do that a lot. And a lot of people didn't necessarily know that we did.
Yes, sir.
But I remember I was in Houston not long ago, and I bumped in the Raw Wave, and you know, I'm humble all the time. You know, I'm a fan of Lil Bro, and I was just like, what up, man? I ain't gonna lie, I rock with you.
Yeah.
I'm not knowing the first song he ever rapped on was one of my songs.
Wow.
And so I'm letting him know, like, you know, we on the same wavelength of the type of music we do. They already knew, so a lot of people familiar with it. And I learned that even back then. You know, Drake said the same thing. Like, a lot of people are familiar with that. But, you know, our stuff come from the era of the Bone Thugs and all of them. So,
Yeah, for sure. So even to that point, like, and this is where I'm like, all right, as a content creator, the best information that I was given while creating content is fuck everybody else, create content for yourself. Yeah. Because if you can create content, almost like creating music for yourself that you can listen to and you can rock out and you can bop out to for you, bro, like, this energy that you bring to the forefront is unmatched. Take me through that transition, bro.
For me, it's like, if I'm being honest, bro, I'm just being myself. Being the energy. I've always been energy. Whether it was me just going to a club before I was popping on social media, I'm always dancing. Anyone know me from back in the day, I'd just be dancing. You know, that's how I met Odell. Like, we met, I was at a club. Motherfucker, like, who the fuck this dude is?
Yeah.
We started hanging out. That was back in 2000, like, 11, 12.
Yeah.
You know, but I'm just good energy. I'm always good energy, and I keep that positivity. You know, I lost my father figure at the end of 2022, and it fucked me up last year. Oh, can I curse on there?
You can motherfucking curse on here.
But yeah, so it fucked me up, and last year I just was in a down moment. Like, I can't be myself. Everyone expects Dan to be happy, and I can't be happy if I'm not happy. So Uncle Snoop hit me up. Uncle Snoop, shout out to Uncle Snoop, because he's the realest motherfucker that I could probably know. You know what I'm saying? Nephew, I'm going on tour. You coming with me? Get your mind right. Just, you know, have fun. I don't want you nothing else. Just come have fun. And I did that, and that was a blessing, and it got me back right. So this year started off right. I'm back to posting, back to being fun, energy. Just, you know, I needed a break.
But that, honestly though, that shit draining, bro.
It is.
Like, cause that's a character.
Yeah.
No disrespect.
No.
That's Danny. Ooh, Danny boy. Yeah, baby. Like that right there. Like, you gotta. Don't matter. Like, nobody sees you as like a human no more. They want to see you dance, motherfucker. Like, we know you for the, like, get it. Ooh, yeah. And that can become draining when, like, bro, you're eating, you're just chilling, you're tapped out.
Yeah.
Have you found that balance to cope?
Yeah, and shout out to Nick Nack too, my brother, you know, I started with.
Yes, sir.
That's also a reason why we kind of separated back in 2019 going into 2020, because we needed a break. He needed a break, I needed a break, because we were like the hottest thing on the internet at that time. Like, everybody knew who the fuck we were. Everybody like, ooh, Dan, do the dance. And I get that every fucking day, no matter where I was. Do the dance. Motherfucker, my legs be hurt a little bit.
Yeah.
I'm like, ha, ha, ha. You know, and it got to the point, you're right though. It's a character that I created, but it also is someone that I'm truly inside that I bring out. I am a genuine, humble, exciting, like, energetic person. But you're right, it is tough being that person 24/7. But at the end of the day, I feel like God gave me the energy that I have, and I'm gonna use it until I run out of it. You know, to give people the gift of smile and happiness is what I think that's my superpower.
You gotta protect it though, bro. Man, in this space, bro, like, I got into media for the real to live. Like, I ain't doing this shit just for the likes or the subscriptions or the shit like that. It's like, I'm making content for me. If I want to get content, I don't want nobody to be like, dun, 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 dun. Like, today on local news, like, nah, I don't receive that shit like that. Tell me, like, shit, this motherfucker trash, or tell me the reason why you're telling that motherfucker trash. But for the people who don't necessarily know about this situation, growing up in Atlanta, bro, every time I see him or have an opportunity to use my platform, this the nigga who I wanted to be. Adam Pac-Man. I think you know you somebody when don't nobody know your real name. They just know Pac. It was like Pac. Man, you gotta be a Pac-Man. And I was like, man, what the fuck is his real name? Then I didn't learn that until shit when he got to the league. You know what I'm saying? They call him Adam Jones. But for him and what he meant and what you meant to me, it was something that you the reason why I popped my shit, because I seen you pop your shit. You feel? You smell me. You know what I'm saying?
You smell me.
And it's even still to this day, it's one of those situations where it's like, bro, this dude, where I'm from, he like a god. Like, ain't nobody gonna disrespect him, ain't nobody gonna touch him, ain't nobody gonna like try him on that shit. And it ain't got nothing to do with him being a goon, or it's the respect. And in this era, bro, like, your whole transition of who you are, niggas don't see that shit. Niggas don't know you had access to prime time and you went through prime time and Jerry Jones and this and that and the third. Like, but for you, bro, even in this new wave of media, of athlete-generated content, bro, like, where you at with it?
I love it. I love the new wave. You know, when we first started, when we first got rich, we didn't have an outlet. Now we got an outlet. We can control the narrative of the conversation instead of somebody put some shit out there. For instance, I got kicked off the plane. First thing I can do is go and tell my side of the story, how I got kicked
coming
off
here?
the plane. No, not the last time.
Oh.
But I did get kicked off the plane again coming here. I'm about done with these fucking regular planes. But anyway, like I enjoy really telling the whole side and being 100 with it, not cookie cutting with it. Hey, bro, you got a boogie in your nose, you got a boogie in your nose, you know. It used to didn't be like that. So we have a platform. It don't matter what fucking platform you got. If you got good fucking content, if you know what you're talking about, you got a stage. Mm-hmm. And that's why I think the new media is at today. But it changed me, my whole thing though, like as far as me, because I've always been the bad guy, and I accept that. I love that. I like to be the guy with the fucking glass house that everybody looking in and trying to see, and it comes with ups and downs. But like with the new media, it's fucking pum 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 pum, and I get to go and tell it my way.
But for you too though, like when I look at Pac-Man, I see the hood before I see stardom. You know what I'm saying? Like, you have a real relationship with Thugger.
Yeah.
Like, you have a real relationship with people like even the niggas that will never be named on, like, come on.
Yeah.
So, for you, bro, like, how do you leverage that but not changing up?
It's a time and a place for everything. It's a time and a place for everything, you know. I got so much shit going on that I'm so tunnel vision right now that I don't got time to go to the block and worry about the little small problems. You know what I mean? I do take phone calls. I do talk to all my acquaintances, my friends,
constituents.
Yeah, associates, whatever we want to call them.
Yeah.
But man, sometimes that shit get a little old, because if I'm reaching up here and I'm waking up at 5:30, I'm doing what I need to do. That shit get old if you ain't got that same kind of work ethic around you. And then when you don't have that shit around you like that, I think sometimes it can distract you to do certain things. So, not saying that I don't cut off everybody, because everybody know what's up with me. Mm-hmm. But I try to keep this little nitty circle with motherfuckers who got shit going on, yeah, or want to have something going on. You get what I'm saying? And even my cousin Lewis, love Lewis to death. Me and Lewis ain't mentally on the same mental path.
No.
I can't be around Lewis every day. Now when I'm in Atlanta, come on, Lewis, you can go out.
Lewis,
yeah. A day. But
a day.
A day.
You got a 24 hours.
But we already know what type of speed time they on.
Mm-hmm.
But man, I'm just into anything I can do to make it get better. And my kids is the most important fucking thing to me. I had to tell my son today, look, nigga, this is my money. While you down here spending $150 on breakfast, this my money, bro. He's like, well, Dad, we had the Found Blue. That's how much it cost for 2 pancakes. But that's what life about, bro. You know the story. God's been unbelievable for me. I've had my ups and downs. I get the chance to talk shit on Pat show on the off season. I go back there next week. I got my own show with Bet Online. and shit moving. The music is unbelievable. I'm really getting to dive in. I'm like driving a motherfucking Ferrari without a seatbelt right now. You hear me? And got these Judons on me. If I need some, I know who to call.
Bro, and that's the thing though. If that wasn't how you was delivering your message, nigga, I'll tell you you're fake as fuck.
Yeah.
Right?
No cap.
Like, no kizzy,
No,
dog.
no cap.
Hey, before we get out of here, bro, Bump Box, what you got, Trey?
Oh man, the court roll right now. This is a gift to you. This is the slapstick. What waterproof? This side of it, stick to anything.
Waterproof
metal.
mean that I could put it in the water and it's gonna still play, or it's just
Still it ain't gonna mess up. That's all that matters. You gonna get your vibes.
it's gonna still up underwater. The
You
fishies can damn.
You gonna
rock
get
with
your vibes. They'll go shout out Boosie too,
it.
man.
You feel me?
Yeah.
And lastly, Pat.
Yeah.
Tell me about your pack. Like,
Oh, this is what it is right here. This the Pac-Man pack by Cookies. I also got Pac-Man Peppers in Ohio. Shout out to King City Garden. We the biggest growth in Ohio. We got 2 dispensaries. But yeah, Burner, we trust with this one. He put us down. And it's a banger too. Banger.
hey man, listen, before we end things here, bro. Everybody one hand out.
What?
And when I say all together, we're gonna say one love. We good?
Yeah.
You good with that, baby?
All right, baby.
Here we go. One finger, one pinky, one thumb, all together.
One love.
You dig that?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir, Ski.
We got cigars, ain't
Reggie in 24 years.
24
That's
years.
how long I've been getting money.
Man.
Getting money,
Reggie.
Man, I'm telling you, bro.
Ain't no since
I was smoking Indo when a
It's
gram was $80. You
So-
don't even remember that.
so you came out with smoking on purple. Now you just can't
Oh,
go back to
Indo
no red.
hurt.
Smoking on purple was 06, 07.
That is true, but that was my thing.
Indo was first.
I was
Then
smoking
when
Reggie
Kush-
and listening to smoking on
When
purple.
did Kush happen?
The Kush happened probably
This is
05.
Weedonomics right now. This is Weedonomics.
I'm telling you, you talking to a real.
This is
marijuana
Weedonomics
head.
right now.
The Indo came first.
Okay.
It was $80 to $100 a gram.
Uh-huh.
I smoked it and I haven't smoked Reggie since.
Let me tell you
Ain't
something.
nothing wrong with a little bit of Reggie.
Let me tell you how long I've been fooling with Boosie. This was like before like YouTube was a thing.
Yeah.
If you find a doggone $20 bill in this pack, I'm pussy.
To a 05. 05.
If you find a 20 in here, I'm pussy.
Oh yeah, that video. But I was buying before buy. I said, damn.
I was the first one on the internet doing that.
Boy, I
The
swear.
first one, Soldier Boy.
Man, hell no. I'm talking about spreading money,
Spreading
and
money.
stunting cars and
riding on the front of the
you
bus.
I know you ain't forget.
No. How could I?
I was the first one doing the stunting on the internet. I'm not talking about what Soldier did as far as the dancing.
No, you.
I'm talking about
it was a joke. Like I was the first one. I
I'm
was the
talking
first
about
rapper
the hood stuff.
Yo.
Flicking the money.
Yes, sir.
6, 7 cars.
6, 7.
Yeah, I brought that to the internet. You know I ain't lying. Look at them.
It's 6, 7. But look,
I'm telling you, bro.
this is what I
And
want to
I'm
know.
stating facts.
Facts.
What goes on in Boosie, man, Boosie's heads when like certain things happen? Cause I would think you too real sometimes.
Well, it just be instinct, bro. Like I might see something and I just get so irritated, I just grab that phone. It's like, you know, because I speak for a lot of people who can't speak.
Mm-hmm.
You know, a lot of people love me because I'm using my platform to speak on certain things that they don't agree with also.
Yes, sir.
And I'm not afraid to speak it. Like, it's so many people that been bullied across the world that they can't even say how they want to feel because they think something's going to get took away from them, and it will. So I respect their mind for, you know, not want to lose what they got for speaking on stuff. But me, I'm different, man. I'm different. You can't blackball me, you know.
I got a question for you. Who knows you the best?
Me.
No.
Besides me?
Besides you. Like, I'm gonna give you a situation. You don't say nothing to nobody, but they know when you upset. You say nothing to nobody, but they know when you're excited. You say nothing to nobody, and they sense your frustration.
My mama. My mama can.
My mama no love.
See me. She can see me on Instagram, and she'll know what I'm going through. I could be walking through the house, and she can wake up in the morning. When I walk down that stairs, she gonna know my feelings. You know, I was raised by my mom. You know, I lost my dad at 13, so I'm a mama's boy. So she know me, bro. Like, I can't hide it from her. Like,
yeah.
I'm gonna keep it real. I can't hide it from her.
Coming up in a time of music when you had to have a real following.
And talent.
And talent.
Yeah.
They say that I'm crazy.
Sometimes.
I'm not crazy. And even to that point where we've seen the evolution of Boosie. Like, bro, you're real, like you have a art.
Right.
And relatability that had you came out now, what would you have leaned on more than just the normal buzz coming out when you first came out?
I feel if I came out now, I wouldn't be as big as I am now because the real is not too real anymore.
The real is not celebrated.
It's not celebrated. It's not acknowledged. I came out at a time when it was everything to be real. You know,
and to prove why you was
and
real.
to prove why you was real, and people looked up to that. When your life story matched your lyrics, when you was, it's just a different era. It's not based on talent like it is. And I dropped the album today, and each one of my albums, bro.
Congratulations, man.
I don't have a song that does this and the rest of the album stream and do this. And that comes from my fans forever listening to my whole projects.
Yeah.
Now we just like singles.
Yeah.
We don't put the album in and listen to the whole album anymore. We just listen to the first couple songs. So I feel like the realness is not there anymore like it used to be. So I'm glad I came out at a time like that because
you got real fans.
I got real dedicated fans. Who will argue with anybody that I'm top 5. Will argue with anybody.
Do you believe you top 5?
Easy.
Give me your list.
Who your top 5, man?
I would say my top 5 is me, Tupac, DMX, because I'm going on the people I love who affected me.
Speak your piece.
Juvenile.
Juve.
Juve Tuesday.
We got them Nolas. We got them Nolas in the house now.
And probably Webby, you know.
Webby, yeah.
What happened?
I don't know, man.
No, you know.
I mean.
No, you know.
I came home and, I mean, I think he went through a lot when I was gone, bro. You know, I came home, because I had to get back in the sauce when I came home because we was banned from BET. It was all kind of stuff going on.
Because of what?
Webby said some crazy. He said some, but Bow Wow ended up getting me back on BET, man. And but I don't know, man. I'm trying to get in there and make a gangster music too again with him. So me and him been talking and.
Yes, sir.
Is it ego?
With me?
With y'all?
No.
But what is it though?
I don't know. I don't know why we haven't got in. I think we need to do like we used to do and just go out of town and not come back till it's done. Because yeah, that's what we used to do. We used to go to Biloxi, go in the Motel 6 room, and we can't come home until the album's done. And that make you work, yeah. Because my first couple albums, I was more in the streets than dedicated to the music.
Yeah.
So my CEOs would have to come get me like we going to the mall and just take off to Houston on the bridge. They'll call my people in the hood, like put everything up for them, and that's how they would get me out of town.
They would kidnap you.
Yes.
Stop playing.
My first CeeLo, he kidnapped me. Them 2 of my boys in the back seat, they knew the whole time. We crossing the bridge by Lafayette. I'm like, where we going? Everybody quiet in the van. Like, man, we going to knock out this album, bro.
But this is a testament to your geniusness. How long will it take you to create
a full album? 3-4 days.
3-4 days.
Yeah.
And you got that much intel, because I heard something that Lil Baby said. I can never not be away from the streets too long because it gives me more experiences and perspective. I got to stay tapped into it.
Right.
So for you, knowing that the algorithm of an album, you got to have a street hitter, you got to have a love song, you got to have something that you could get your shit off to. You see what I'm saying?
Yeah.
In 3 days and still in that same setting?
Yeah, easy. I'm talking easy. You know, I'm a street babe. I was born in it. I got stories for centuries. I just did the night before last, I'm working on me another blues album. I did 9 songs in one night.
What? 9?
Complete.
What time your night start?
My night started at 7 o'clock, and it didn't end till 7 that morning.
So you went a 12-hour shift?
Yeah.
Now, what's the biggest misconception about Lil Boosie?
I don't know if I want to say it on. Can I say it on here?
Man, rock out, bro.
That I don't like gay people.
How do you make that right?
I can just keep speaking that I do. I mean, I just never agreed what they was pushing on the younger generation, and I spoke on that. And I spoke about a couple more situations that made a lot of people turn on me, the Dwayne Wade situation, but I have gays in my family. How can I hate a gay person?
Right.
You know, my assistant who brings in millions of dollars for me is gay.
Right.
You know, and I want that to get off my status that I'm not like that.
But this is the thing though. For me, having an opportunity to be understood takes time.
Right.
We live in a day and time where it's a soundbite, it's the hitter, it's the this, it's the that, and people judge that.
Right.
And that's not fair to you, that's
Right.
not fair to me, and that's not fair to the person who's doing the dissertation of what you said.
Right. And another thing, I want people to accept me as a businessman. You know, I have that problem also, that people don't forget my past and they don't want to let me be a businessman. I'm not in the streets anymore. I'm a businessman.
Yes, sir.
You know, I want people to start letting my past go. I called Snoop Dogg the other day and I asked him, man, I see you on all these commercials. You had all these what did you do? How did you do it?
Snoop is mainstream, but he got every single card. Ain't never one of his cards got took. This dude did a show. The hood is NWA, like, we beefing in, Compton, when Compton was like, Inglewood, Long Beach, what? Did a show with Martha Stewart.
Boy, he changed.
You can't even unpack that.
And I asked him, and he just told me, people forget, you got to keep on going. That's what he told me. He say, first, I couldn't get in every country across the world, they was denying me.
Yeah.
He say, but when you keep showing positive, people, and that was my motivation. I'm
Come on now.
I'm going to keep on going.
Keep
You
going
gotta
now.
keep going.
Yeah.
What social media account are you on now?
I'm nothing with Boosie.
Nothing but Boosie.
It's my real name, Torrance Hatch IG. TORENCEHATCHIG.
But which one is this one though? Is this like the 7th one?
17.
The 17th?
Yeah, they take it all the time, but I just started this one, and it's at 700K follows already.
Come on now, boo.
I don't play. I'm like the dude at school who was there at school 4-5 years before you and after you left, who keeps sneaking across the fence.
How you keep getting in here?
You gonna have to turn off that out.
Cut that bitch off.
I make a lot of money off, and people was like, why he so mad? Because they took his, I had 14 million followers.
Boy, you were
No
killing
way.
it.
Do you know what that bankroll looked like with 14
Bankroll
million?
after
No,
bankroll.
but check this out. It wasn't like, okay, cool. I give people opportunities to use their influence. But Boosie, you have a following that it don't matter. People listen to what you have to say.
Yeah.
Like there's people who can say like, yo, like I got 1 million people or 1 million followers. You don't get 1 million impressions.
Right.
You? It's like, bro, I told you before you sat down. If you ain't gonna be you, bro, don't even sit your ass down here. And even then, I can't even unpack what I don't got enough time. Yeah. You feel me? And every time I see you, bro, every time Boosie is brought up, it's like you already know what to expect. It's gonna be raw, it's gonna be uncut, but it's gonna be so relatable to the people of his kind.
Yeah.
Last question. What does Boosie represent?
I represent realness. You know, that's what keeps me to stick out like a sore thumb. I represent realness when the time it ain't too much realness. So that's where them impressions come from. Because a lot of people can relate to me, bro. Where I come from to where I'm at now, I'm not sedated. I'm not walking around acting like the baddest person in the world.
But you a Boosie badass.
I know. But that's what makes me a humble person.
You humble?
Yes, I'm humble. Anybody who been through what I've been through, you would be erratic. You know what I done been through. Like I done been through.
You don't look like what you've been through, though.
I don't look like what I've been through. So that's what make me me, man. I'm real. I'm authentic. When you hear Boosie music, it don't sound like nobody.
That's bad.
I don't sound like nobody. You gonna say that's Boosie. When you hear Boosie talking something,
Say what?
That's Boosie. When Boosie come and when you see me,
say what?
That's Boosie. Ain't nobody got this haircut.
No, that's the Boosie.
What that is?
That's Boosie.
What?
Boosie fade. And that's what make Boosie.
Come on.
Hey, listen, the hardest clip that I done seen here recently, it was the song, I forgot, I'm losing the blank, but you was on stage. And that, think about outside.
LSU homecoming.
Yeah.
LSU homecoming.
The stadium, it was like a trampoline.
Yeah. Energy.
You been in the game for how long?
Since 98, 26 years.
Woo. That's Boosie.
Thanks. Come on now.
Now, all I ask for you, Lil Boosie, you got to give me an opportunity to spar with you on Funky Friday. Because I can't keep it funky in here.
Yeah. This ain't
You
funky
know you
enough.
got it. We gonna break.
Well, break
if
it
we can
then.
really talk,
No.
Yeah.
we go. Hey,
No, let me tell you
'cause
something. What's her name right here? Let me give her a shout out.
Tyranny, I say.
Tyranny.
I say.
I see her in
what
the
can
background.
I talk
She
about?
talking about. She already know.
Telling you no.
She need the award right
she
there.
up on me. I'm like, oh Lord, Cam, please don't do it.
Tyranny, trust me.
I told her that's for Freaking Friday.
Funky Friday.
Funky Friday.
We gotta keep funky.
Cause I'm gonna get funky.
I'm trying to tell you, but
I
it
take
ain't.
off that jacket.
What you gonna do?
I'm
That's
lay
Boosie.
back, shot a Casamigo.
Yeah.
Oh, it's on.
Oh, it's
man.
on.
I go for 2 hours.
Straight.
That
Boosie.
In that south side.
Hey, bro, let me tell you something. There's a lot of folks that's gonna match my energy, bro. And when that day come, that's Boosie sitting alongside or across from me on Funky Friday, I'm letting everybody know right now.
What to say?
Y'all gonna see some motherfuckers show their ass.
Because I've been watching you. I've been watching your
Respectfully.
stuff. I check you out, and they don't have enough energy on them.
Well, turn it up.
They be
then.
like,
They too
you
damn
need
cool.
somebody coming off that couch.
Woo!
Let you know what's this wrong, and I'm not gonna sugarcoat.
Why would you?
I'm not gonna. That's not in me. I'm gonna tell it like it is.
So for all the confusion, we sitting at, what is this, February 8th?
Yeah.
We live in a day of accountability
The
where you
ninth.
said that's real. When can we expect? Because honestly, Boosie, I would love for you to be my season premiere.
When is that? When your season premiere?
Whenever you make yourself available. Negotiation. Look
Look,
at
she
you,
over
man.
here hitting from the side. Negotiate.
Listen, businessman. You seen what Shannon Sharpe right now killing it.
Right.
You seen what him and Cat did.
Right.
It's a competition, man.
Yeah, you coming for
Come on now,
coming
Boosie and
for-
Boogie.
That's right. He did
Boosie
50,
and Boogie.
he did
Come on,
55 million.
Y'all better do a Honda.
Man, I'm sitting up here telling you, I know how to get it at you. Because I'm going to do my research.
Yeah.
You dig what I'm saying? I'm
Yeah.
about to go ask some people who really know
Right.
Dad Boosie.
Right.
I may fuck around and talk to Webby.
I'm gonna break the numbers.
Like real talk.
I'm gonna break your number.
I want Lil Boosie to be my season opener. And if I could do that, a black man will be happy. And as we end things here, 4th and 1.
But they said, hold on, Boosie said he wanted to make a pick before he came up here. Who you got winning the Super Bowl real quick?
Who you think I got?
I don't know.
I don't know.
Patrick Mahomes. I don't bet against Patrick Mahomes.
My homeboy?
Man, that's a bad boy. That's
Come on.
bro. He one of the best I done seen. He a bad boy.
Yeah.
Hey, bro, he a bad boy. He a bad boy.
You got your Mahomes jersey because they say you got a
Nah,
bunch
I'm a
of
collector, but I don't have a Mahomes jersey, so if he watching it, go on, break it off. I don't have a Travis Kelce either. I don't have a Cam Newton either.
Oh. You come to
And
fucking Friday, we got a Cam Newton waiting on you.
But Cam Newton won me 10 boxes of cigarettes in jail. I swear to
What
God.
kind? Was that
nigga
Marlboro?
That nigga was
Newport?
trucking everybody. No, when he won with Auburn, bro.
Yeah.
I won a
10
big bag.
boxes.
I won 10 boxes.
Big
on
box.
Big boxes. Big boxes.
Man, listen, man. I see your teams. They talking about we got to go. We got to go negotiating. We got to go politics somewhere else. But for the people that know, that's Boosie. Boosie, can you follow instructions?
Yeah.
One hand out, bro. When I say all together, damn.
Blind, that's why they got a shades on. God damn, Boosie.
I ain't got on 10% of it.
Out.
That Boosie.
That Boosie right there. That's
Listen
Boosie
here.
Boo.
How you gonna make me make that song?
Listen, that Boosie. Listen, when I say all together, we're going to say one love.
All right.
One finger, one pinky, one thumb, all together, one love.
One love, all together.
Oh, no, Boosie. Damn, Boosie.
No, when I say all together in unison, we're going to say one love.
You gonna say all together, we gonna say one love.
Yes, sir.
Got it.
Come on, Boosie.
He said he was that dude that stayed in the same class for a long time. They say how he keep coming back in here, he keep jumping the field.
I was talking about
Boosie.
Instagram, that's cool.
Bounce
Listen.
back, Boosie.
Here we go. Hand up. When I say all together, we're going to say one love. What we going to say when I say all together?
One love.
Here we go. One finger, one pinky, one thumb, all together, one love. There you go.
Now that Boosie right there. That Boosie. That Boosie boot.
It's been one of them type of days, Peggy.
I mean, you better bring your lunch pail.
I had to eat my food on the go. I had some hot Cheetos, but I got to meet Boosie. I got to meet
Boosie?
Shadur. I got to meet Stephen A. I got to meet Bert Kersher. I got to see Greg Olson. Man.
It's been a hell of a day, bro.
Hell of a weekend.
Cam Jordan done jumped on the set.
For shit show.
Bro, that was it's
Boosie.
crazy.
Trader Truth.
Trader Truth.
Danny Boy.
Yeah, Daru. Man.
Pac-Man.
Ooh.
Bro.
Well, you had a whole season in 3 days.
Swag.
Super swag.
Now, Vegas, this is what if you think I'm crazy now, let me hit this big sweat.
Okay.
For $1 million. Like, if you let
For
me
$1
hit
million.
this $1 million. Woo! Christian McCaffrey, I need you to have more than 19 rushing attempts.
Run, Christian.
Valdez
run.
Scantling, I need you to have 20 yards reception. Reception yards. Like that's like obtainable. George Kittle, 50 yards receiving. Brock Purdy, my guy.
Rocky boy.
200 yards passing. For $1 million, bro.
Bro, come on, bro. $1 million riding on this, man.
Not pegging.
Yes, I.
Them my picks. How much you think I should give you?
Well, I doubled down and went with Boog, too. I think.
So you got your own prize pick?
No, hold on. Don't worry about mine. Don't worry about my pockets of my prize picks, okay? Don't worry about that. You asked me about your millio. I'm saying how much you should give me.
Yeah.
As cool of a constituent as I am.
Yeah.
I think we should just bust that thing down the middle, don't you think? Drop a one love if you think it's right, okay? Come on.
And drop a middle finger if you think it's wrong. You know what I'm saying? Because if that's going to be the case, if you got your own account, bust yours down too.
We can do a lot of bust downs. No
Yeah.
Golly, man. But it's been a hell of a day, though, man.
Man, I'm still processing. I feel like coming off the field right now, and then like a reporter is like talking like, how do you feel?
Yeah.
It's like I don't know. I'm tired. I'm excited. I'm energetic. It's just like, yo, Vegas, like, let's rock and roll. I learned a lot about the team. I learned a lot about, how we can expand and get better.
Mm-hmm.
I like this streaming shit. I like this live
streaming shit, though.
Between the team just presenting it, I wasn't a fan of it. I ain't gonna cap.
Damn.
But I stand corrected, Peg.
Okay, because shout out to the squad. Brendan,
Social
David,
Boys.
Kent, Brelan, Kristen.
Cam.
KO. Did I say somebody? RJ? And Cam. Man, you did a hell of a job, bro. I'm proud of you, bro. Because you've been non-stop going, bro. Doing this shit, bro. And I got to give you your own flowers, bro.
How you going to give me my own money?
How you going to take my shit and give me my shit
you
back?
know what I'm saying? Like,
it's called recycling, man.
Nah, don't recycle nothing, Peg. Appreciate it, bro.
Yeah,
I think
real
I'm energized because when I look around, I feel like everybody else is in it with me too.
Yeah.
So I can't just like stop and be like, yo, I don't want to, you know what I mean? Like it's one of those situations where it's like, yo, I got to do it. You know, I kept hearing this question today. Cam, you straight? Cam, you all right? Cam, you straight? It's like, I'm good.
Yeah.
I'm good because I know what we're doing.
Yeah.
Like for us, let's put things into perspective as I'm seeing them take down the sets of the CNBCs and the Fox Sports and, the ESPNs of the world and the NFL networks. What we've been able to do is really stand toe-to-toe and have the premier talent in this space of media without no help.
First year of Radio Row at that.
No, like for real. Like people have really been tuning in and did we do as big as some of those guys? No, but I'm extremely grateful to share this experience with so many people and willing to learn and get better.
Yeah.
So for the 50,000 people who, watched today.
Just today.
That shit means something to me.
Yeah.
That means like if I invest more energy into trying to crack this Da Vinci Code, like it can happen.
Facts, it can.
And I'm not necessarily doing it for the notoriety of it, but more so than saying like, yo, you can be yourself. But like, bro, you can be honest, bro. You can be real, and people gonna still fuck with you. And that's a double entendre.
Facts.
Like fuck with you as in like, yo, like I appreciate you, and they also gonna fuck with you because you're like, bro, they go poke the bear. So yeah. But that to me is like that don't bother me.
Yeah.
I feel comfortable in that type of element, bro. And so Vegas. Radio Row, you owe me nothing. But Vegas, as a whole, we gonna party tonight.
Boy.
Like it's 1999.
Okay, you gonna get it in there, because it's all on the line.
Me and my team, bro, like, we ain't even been nowhere. We ain't go to eat. Like, we ain't, like, I've just been so tired. You know what I'm saying? Where
early mornings, late nights.
Yeah, man. But, yeah.
We gonna party, bro. We gonna party. We gonna have a great time. We had great shows. And we're going to do it again. We're going to be at more tentpole events, too.
Got to
do it.
You thought I was crazy before, Peggy. You let me win this big sweat for $1 million. $1 million. I'm going to go crazy.
Real crazy.
Bro, do you see Andy Reid right there?
Andy! Andy Reid!
Look at them eyes. Face sad. Take us out of here, Peg.
Man, oh man. We gonna do it to the people at home. So if you're sitting in your bedroom, you gotta tag Boosie. They're hitting us from the side saying tag Boosie.
Whoa. Whoa.
For 4th and 1, we ain't even.
No.
We ain't about to do this shit.
Nah.
We ain't about to do this shit.
This man said he doing what from the side?
He's passing messages from the side of the stage. That's what he's doing. You know what I'm saying? Man, make sure y'all go tag Boosie on IG because we want to open up with Boosie for the kickoff of Funky Friday, all right? We want to kick off this month of February for Funky Friday. So everybody, hit the one love on Boosie. IG, make sure we make this happen, bro. This is a real campaign.
Boosie Funky Friday?
Boosie,
don't
Boosie and Boogie Funky Friday. That's a Boosie Boogie Bash. Boosie and Bug, boy.
That's one of them. That's one of them. That's one of them ones.
That's one of them ones.
Cause I know he ain't gonna hold back.
Hell no, and you ain't either.
So why would I?
Shit.
Take us out of here, Pig.
For the people at home that's sitting on the couch, sitting in your bedroom, or even sitting on the toilet, put your hand up right now. All right. And we're gonna do
all left.
Let's get it.
Let's do it.
All right, and one finger. I said one finger. I said one finger, one pinky, one thumb, one love. We out here on 4th and 1. You don't like that? Well, do it how you want to goddamn do it then. Shit, you told me, you said, hey, take it out. This is how I take it out. So, Boog, you take it out.
You got to incorporate everybody, bro.
I didn't say all together. You want I do it again? Show me how to do it then, Boog.
You know how to do it.
Well, show me how to do it then, Boog.
I said you did it right. You just didn't incorporate a we thing. You made it about a me thing.
Damn. Okay, let's try it again. It's
one of them situations. Hey, come on now. You know what you're supposed to be doing. Now do it again.
Everybody put your hands up, goddamn. Everybody hands up. Hands up right now. And we're going to start with one finger. One finger. One finger. One finger. Now one pinky. Now one pinky. Now one pinky. Now pinky. Hit me with the thumb. I want a thumb. I want a thumb. And with a thumb. Everybody say, oh, Lord. You know what? Fuck this shit. I'm out of here. These niggas hating on me, bro. They hating on me, bro. I took us down to the 1, but I ain't getting a touchdown.
Let me tell you something. That's where I come in.
That's where you come in.
Like,
there you go.
Look.
See, this his thing. That's why it's his thing.
He had a moment where he was supposed to be the man.
Bro, chat's pissed.
Now,
what they say?
You the fill-in. This is the reason why you like.
This is why
you the voice. You the voice.
But this is why it's 4th
No,
and
this
1.
is why.
They would not give it to me on the 1 yard line. They wouldn't do it. I would catch it and throw it back to you. Get your ass in there. I'm on the sideline. Come on, Boog. Come on, Boog. This ain't for me. You did the one love. Go ahead and do it then. Come on.
Slide out the way.
Man, goddamn, go and do it.
I said one finger.
Okay.
I one finger. I one finger. I one finger. Not to get the finger. The finger.
Okay.
The finger.
Finger.
The finger. The pinky. The pinky. The pinky. The pinky. The pinky. The pinky. Let's not forget the thumb. The thumb. The thumb. The thumb.
Hey.
Now. All together.
Oh, okay.
One love.
That's what we did. There you go. We got it. We out.
You did.